I'm Clifton Garmrath, and along next beside me is my friend Dave Grimm.
And I don't have to do play-by-play.
You don't have to do play-by-play. Yeah, you like this, don't you? You get the same amount of money, and you don't have to do anything.
That's right.
We're glad to be here. It's a beautiful day today. It's a little cloud cover, a little sun coming in and out. Field looks great. We're going to go over some starting lineups real quick. For Greene County Tech, the starting lineup will be leading off playing center field, Andrew Ferguson. Batting second, the shortstop, Zach Hobbs. Batting third, the right fielder, Ryan Cupp. And batting cleanup, the catcher, Ross Adams. Batting in the fifth hole will be the third baseman, Nick Pillow. Batting sixth will be the DH, Chandler Bishop. Batting seventh will be the left fielder, Tucker Harris. Batting eighth will be the first baseman, Seth Daring. And in the playing second base will be Matt Lashley, and he'll be batting in the ninth spot, and Seth Cato will be the pitcher. For the starting lineup for the Paragould Rams, leading off will be the center fielder, Chase Garner. Batting second, the pitcher, Aaron Duty. Batting third, the shortstop, Alex Trepo. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Big Aaron Skank. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Colby Holliday. Batting sixth, the center fielder, Hayden Irvin. Batting seventh will be the left fielder, Dexter Thompson. Batting eighth will be the catcher, Jed DeVault. And batting ninth will be the DH, Tristan Boyd. Playing second base, but not in the batting order for the Paragould Rams, will be the second baseman, Mason Coy. Greene County Tech comes in today as the visiting team. They have a record of 10-3, 2-2 in the conference. And the Paragould Rams, 6-6 on the year, and they're also 2-2 in the conference. So this is a doubleheader. It's a big game, Dave, right here. Both of them 2-2 in the conference play. So they're trying to get the upper hand in the conference play.
So, yeah, they're tied in conference play at 2-2, both teams.
Both teams, yes.
Wow, that's not really – I mean, we saw Paragould play at Batesville a couple of weeks ago, and wow, that was a tough day for Paragould that day.
Well, obviously they've come back and they've won 2 games. Let me see if I can find out. Against Blyville.
Yeah.
Against Blyville. And you have to remember that the Paragould Rams probably played one of the top 2 teams in the conference when they went to Batesville and played up there. And it was still early in the year, number one. Number two, Paragould Field's a pretty young baseball squad. So
yeah, there's several, at least one that I know of, maybe more ninth graders that play on a regular basis for the Rams.
Now, it looks like in the batting average category, it looks like Alex Trepo's leading the team with a .538 batting average, and he has 26 at-bats, and it looks like with 37 at-bats would be Aaron Skank at .351. So, you know, their 3 and 4 hole are going to have to supply some hits and drive in some runs if there's runners on the base, and Alex batting in that third hole and Aaron Skank batting in that cleanup position could be a big day for them. Both teams are starting their what I consider their number one pitchers with Seth Cato on the mound for Tech and Aaron Duty on the mound for Paragould.
Now, you were unable to go down to South Carolina with the Tech team this year for the Myrtle Beach Cal Ripken Classic down there this year. Do you know? Because I don't. Do you know how they did down there this year? Last year they went down there, went 6-0 with the varsity team and 4-0 with the junior varsity team, just swept everybody out of the place.
This year, this is only the varsity that I know about. They ended up 4-1. They lost their last day there. I think the score was 5-1, but in the last 2 years they've lost one game.
Yeah, that's amazing.
You know, some good quality teams come out of the north, northeast. West Virginia, Connecticut, Massachusetts, New York, Pennsylvania. So, you know, like you said, I wasn't able to go this year with so many exciting things going on for yourprimetimesports.com. I decided I needed to take that week and travel to Wynn and Blyville and places like that, because with this magazine coming out in August, the football issue.
Well, go ahead and talk about that.
I got a lot to do. So, well, we're coming out, yourprimetimesports.com is coming out with a magazine called yourprimetimesports.com magazine. It is going to cover the 8 schools in the 5A East.
For football.
Well, there'll be 3 issues. The football will come out in August. The basketball, which will have the boys and girls in it, will come out in November. And the baseball softball issue will come out next year in February.
And it's coming right along, huh?
Coming right along, yes, sir. I've had appointments every day, from NEA Hospital to MMMC to car dealers to mom and pops, you name it, I've been there.
You're just a one-man wrecking team.
I know one thing. I wish gas would go down because I'm burning up gas like it's going out of style. So
now, Greene County Tech, you said, is also 2-2 in conference play. Now, I know that they lost one game.
They split with BB.
That's right. I don't know where their other loss came from.
They split with BB, and they split with Wynn, yes.
Okay. Wynn, really?
Yeah, the Wynn was at home. They won the first game. I was there. Matter of fact, I was chastised the next day by Coach Hunt because I left. I had a 7 o'clock meeting at Pizza Inn with my staff on the magazine, and when I came back, they were just finishing up, and they got beat. I told him that the next day, and he says, don't leave no more.
Don't leave again. Well, now, see, today it's Paragould versus Tech, so who knows which direction your mojo is going to flow.
That's exactly right, because any time that Paragould and Tech play in any kind of contest, everything's just throw out the records, throw out all the stats. It does not matter. Emotions are carried very high in this game.
Well, it could come down to which direction the Clifton Garmrath mojo flows in the park here.
There's no mojo flowing for either team. I'm just going to sit here and broadcast.
Your good luck.
My good luck.
They need to come here and rub on you a little bit or something.
Well, Mason Coy's done patted me on the back down the dugout, so we'll see if that works.
They have the edge then. Who knows?
And then Tucker Davis slapped me on the back of the head in the Tech dugout. So.
Yeah, but everybody does that. Everybody does that.
So we have the coaches are fixing to meet the umpires out here at home plate.
Let's take a break real quick.
Get their instructions from the umpires and go over the ground rules. So let's take a
it'll be a 1 minute break. Yeah, 1 minute break, and we'll be back.
All right, we'll return to yourprimetimesports.com.
Your favorite teams play on yourprimetimesports.com.
All right, welcome back. And like I said earlier, we are here at the Paragould Ram Complex. Beautiful day. Sun's kind of leaking out a little bit. The grass is plush green. The dirt looks good. Umpires are still handing out some instructions. Looks like Coach Faulkner's handing out the instructions, maybe some things that he knows that the umpires are not aware of.
Tell them, don't step in that armadillo hole over there on the other
There's
side
no
of the
armadillo hole out there. I've been on this field. Let me tell you something. The ball bounces pretty good on this ball field, and they keep it kept pretty good. Looks like the fans are starting to load up the stands on both sides.
Now,
so
does this field have does it have a name? No name for the? Well, we got.
No, it's just Ram baseball.
We ought to name it Garmrath Field.
No way, because first of all, let me tell you why, and I ought to punch you for even saying
that.
If
he's got enough money, we'll name it after him.
First of all, I was a Paragould Bulldog.
Oh, that's right.
Back when the Paragould Bulldogs were here, we didn't even have baseball. We tried to get it every year, but we didn't have it. This man's brother down here, Jeff Trepo, and I, and a couple other guys lobbied for that every year. But back in those days, football was king around here. And if you didn't run track, coaches took it out on you come fall practice, them 2 days. But I worked my way around that, Dave.
You got to play American Legion and Babe Ruth and all that kind of stuff.
I played golf. I played on the golf team.
Yeah, but you played in the summer.
Well, I played in the summer league, sure. But yeah, I played golf, so I didn't have to run track. I still to this day don't like to run.
I would have never guessed that about you, Clifton.
I'm just not one of them guys for running around the track. I get bored. I have to be on the move.
Defense has taken the field. Paragould defense out there on the field right now, warming up, getting ready to go.
Let's go over the first 3 batters with Greene County Tech. It's Aaron Ferguson, who is batting, let me find it right here. Aaron's batting .250. He's going to be the leadoff man, and he is speedy and fast. He makes good contact on the baseball. And then Zach Hobbs is batting second, and Zach here is batting .312, and then Ryan Cupp, the right fielder, and Ryan can fly like a deer too.
And a bunch of those are basketball guys.
Ryan Cupp is batting .387.
He's a football guy.
You have.
I heard you say at least two basketball names a while ago.
Andrew and Seth Daring are the only two.
And Cato.
No. Andrew and Seth Daring.
Oh, okay. I thought Cato played basketball.
He started out and then decided he wanted to work on baseball.
Well, let's find out if that was a good decision for him.
Let me tell you something. Seth's a real good pitcher, but so is this Aaron Duty. So this ought to be a really good matchup between these two teams.
Fantastic day to play two.
Oh, and this morning I went down to Palestine Wheatley. Went down to
the Patriots.
Yes, sir. Talked to the school about WiFiSports.net. They're very interested in that. And on the way down there, Dave, it rained, and I'm like, oh man, I hope it don't rain today.
It was cloudy here while you were gone. It was clouding up a little bit, and then it may have even sprinkled in a couple of areas of Paragould for just very briefly.
But it moved
and
on
then it
around.
started moving around.
Yeah, thank goodness, because this has turned out to be an absolutely gorgeous day. So, all right, the catcher's throw down to second base, and walking up to the plate very slowly is Andrew Ferguson. And if you can hear the announcer in the background, number 4, the center fielder, Andrew Ferguson.
Just coming off an all-state performance this season in basketball.
Probably, I'm going to go out on a limb and say he was their top-notch basketball player. This is his senior year, and Aaron's going to take the first pitch from Duty for strike 1. Infield playing in normal positions, third base back on the dirt just a step or two. Here comes the next pitch from Duty. It's a curveball, and it's going to hang inside for ball 1. So the count is 1-1.
Can you still call it a curveball if it doesn't curve?
It moved just a little. I seen it.
Okay.
This is different than our last broadcast at baseball. We were ground level. Here's the next pitch, and he hits that sharply out to the center fielder, Chase Garner, and Garner takes about 3 steps to his right and snags it. So out number 1, and now batting will be the shortstop, number 10, Zach Hobbs.
Yeah, we didn't have a great place to broadcast from at Batesville.
And here at Paragould, they have a wonderful press box. They have plenty of room up here.
Air conditioning.
We have the windows open. We can hear the noise even with our headsets on, air conditioned. So, yeah, this is a great atmosphere. And Hobbs takes the first one on the corner for strike 1.
And I don't think, this baseball field isn't that old.
What do you think it is, John? 20 years old?
Has it been here that long?
I don't know. Here's the next pitch, and that's up high for ball 1.
Well,
so 1 ball, 1 strike. I'm not sure.
I thought
Dave,
they built it when they built the football stadium.
Or
was it already here?
I think it was. Oh, it was already here.
Okay.
Yeah. Here's the next pitch to Zach Hobbs, and that is low in the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to Zach Hobbs. See, baseball didn't come to Paragould until them and Oak Grove.
That's right.
Combined
Oak Grove had a baseball.
Oak Grove had baseball.
They have a state championship under their belt.
They most certainly do. Coach Mike Chipman was the coach of that, who is a assistant principal at Greene County Tech. There's outside for ball 3 from Duty.
Greene County Tech had baseball. Marmaduke had baseball. Everybody in the county had baseball except for Paragould until the merger.
Well, like I said, you got to remember back in the 60s and 70s, this was football was king here. Here's the next pitch, and that's a high chopper to third base. Third baseman makes the play, throws across to Skank, and there is out number 2 for the Paragould Rams. So now, stepping in the plate will be the right fielder, number 14, Ryan Cupp.
Cupp, fantastic football player.
Fast speed, yes. Ryan's a very good football player, and he's batting .387 on the year at this time. So that's with 17 games under their belt, so that's not bad. So Duty getting ahead of the batters each and every time. There's strike 2, so this is the first time he's had an 0-2 count on a batter.
Paragould starting out strong here, top of the first.
Well, like I said earlier in the pregame, they're throwing their best 2 pitchers. Here comes the next pitch from Duty, and it's going to be outside for ball 1. Yeah, that's one of them chase me pitches, one of them throw it out there and try to reel him in.
See, in baseball, they don't have the time or the opportunity to do the home and home thing. They'll play 2 at once, and then they won't go to the other team's field until next year.
There's a sharp hit ground ball at third base. Nice play by the third baseman, but he throws it down in the dirt, and Skank could not come up with it. So Ryan Cupp is on first base with an E5. Here, I'm doing it again, Dave. I'm forgetting to put my scorebook down.
If I knew how to do that, I'd do it. I just do not.
You don't want to learn how.
No, I don't. But
Because
that's not what we were talking about.
You've said that before.
Baseball's not my
One of these
thing.
days, maybe I'll be able to afford a statistician.
Maybe.
So now coming to the plate is the catcher, number 30, Ross Adams. And Ross is having a banner year, batting .423 with a slugging percentage of .692. And he shows bunt. And Ryan Cupp is stolen his first base of the day. He is safely down at second base.
He went on the first try. He knew he was going. And he got in there easily.
So now Adams has an opportunity with a runner in scoring position to put the Greene County Tech Eagles on the board first. Let's see how many RBIs Mr. Ross has. He has 7 RBIs. Here comes the next pitch to him, fastball, and he hits that down the right field line. Is it going to stay into play? The right fielder, it's a fair ball, and the right fielder could not find it. Put the glove over his son. Ross went down to second.
Yeah, he's out.
He is going to be out.
Yeah, he tried to get 2 out of that, and that should be out number 3.
Yeah.
That's out number 3.
Well, hang on a minute.
Oh,
okay, I see what it is. Okay, so obstruction on the first baseman, Aaron Skank. The umpire give Ross Adams
they're going to let him be fair.
second base.
Let him be safe, I mean.
So,
So they've sent out a courtesy or pinch runner.
Courtesy runner.
Courtesy runner. Number
Ross is the catcher.
7 is the courtesy runner.
And that is Nathan Anderson.
He's on second right now.
So now coming to the plate for the Eagles is going to be number 3, the third baseman, Nick Pillow. So Adams just picked up his 8th RBI of the season. Here's the first pitch to Pillow, and it is high for ball 1. Yeah, the ball that Adams hit down the right field line just barely stayed in. It was probably 8 inches.
Sure.
8-10 inches
Very
just
close.
inside the foul line.
And it scored a run, so Tech's on
Well,
the
the
board.
runner was running 2 out, so he was digging regardless unless the umpire hollered foul ball. Here's the next pitch, and that's hit again sharply to the third baseman.
Oh,
he
booted
bobbles that. Adams over to third, but he's going to pick it up and make the play. So that's going to end the inning with the Greene County Tech scoring 1 run and leaving 1 batter on. We'll return in 1 minute with yourprimetimesports.com. All right, welcome back here to yourprimetimesports.com. And leading off for the Paragould Rams here in the bottom half of the first inning will be the center fielder, number 14, Chase Garner. Chase is a very good little hitter. Puts the bat on the ball a lot, and has good speed. And I'm sure he is batting. What's he batting? 324. Batting 324.
There's my mic. 324 on the season thus far.
Was I being heard with your mic off? I doubt
No,
it.
it wasn't. It wasn't off. It was above my head.
Okay. So Garner, a good all-around athlete, plays basketball, baseball here for the Paragould Rams. Seth Cato just about ready. I think we ought to take 2-minute commercial breaks instead of 1.
You think they're taking that long? Well, no. He's getting his warm-up pitches in first of the game. It takes longer during the
No,
first.
you only get 5, brother. You only get 5.
Okay, well maybe
He got his warm-up pitches down there in the bullpen before the game ever started.
Maybe we'll start taking 2-minute breaks.
Hey, learn the rules. Learn the rules.
This is not okay. I'm not going to say the same things over and over. You know.
Oh, I'm messing with you. All
I
right,
know.
Garner's in the batter's box, right-handed batter. And here comes Cato's first pitch to Chase Garner. And it's inside for ball 1. Third baseman, Nick Pillow, just right up on the edge of the grass. Here comes the next pitch. And that's fouled back over our heads for strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Garner. Man, the bleachers are loading up on both sides. What a beautiful day for everyone to come out and watch a good rivalry match.
If they all come out to watch the ball game, we won't have anybody listening.
There's
to
the next pitch in there for a strike, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, you never know, Dave. We may have listeners far off.
That's true. That's true.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Garner. Here comes the next pitch from Cato. Fastball fouled right back here in front of us. Thank goodness for the net. You were looking down. That would have hit you right between the eyes.
Right there on the
right between the eyes, and that would have cracked me up for 3 days.
On the bald spot that my wife swears I'm developing right there.
Hey, how long did it take you to put your lawnmower together over the weekend?
I don't want to talk. You read too much Facebook.
Here's the next pitch. It's hit sharply to the shortstop, Zach Hobbs. Hobbs comes up with it, throws over to first to Seth Deering for out number 1. So that will go 6-3 in the books for out number 1. Coming to the plate for Paragould will be number 3, the pitcher, Aaron Duty. And Duty, he is batting a solid .316. And looks like that he has, where are they at here, Clifton? 6 RBIs on the year. First pitch from Cato. Swing and a miss by Duty. You know, baseball, Major League Baseball started this week, Dave.
They had the game over in Japan. That was actually the first game in the books officially. And then they played some more spring training.
Yeah.
And now they're going to play.
Cardinals play the Brewers tomorrow night.
Everybody regular season, yeah.
So Duty swung at the next pitch from Cato. So we have no balls and 2 strikes on Aaron Duty. And Mr. Ross Adams has went out to the mound to talk to his pitcher.
So they had Oakland and Seattle go over to Tokyo to play the first game of the season.
I'm not all for that. I'm just not real big on that international stuff. And I tell you what it's all about. It's all about selling more merchandise. Major League Baseball is trying to make all the money they can make. Don't you agree, John Trepo? Thank you very much. There's another foul. You better pay attention because if there's a hole in that net, you're done for.
There's no hole in the net.
All right. No balls, 2 strikes still to Aaron Duty.
I got people sending me emails and text messages
Good.
and tweeting us and everything over
here. Here comes the next pitch. And it's outside for ball 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Duty. Yeah, I'm not real big on this international stuff. It's all promotional stuff. Japan is a big baseball country anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. They got a.
Here's the next pitch. And there's strike 3. Hits that outside corner for Seth Cato.
Yep.
And that'll be his first strikeout of the contest.
They've got their own
major
major leagues over there in Japan. They've got their own.
Oh, yeah. A lot of guys from the big leagues, when they get old and they don't, and nobody wants to pick them up, they usually go over there and play a year or 2 or 3, you know. There's the first pitch from Cato for a swinging strike.
Mr. Baseball, starring Tom Selleck.
Yeah,
that's exactly the example you're talking about.
Here's the next pitch, and it's low and in the dirt for ball 1. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Strikes to Alex Trepo.
You probably know every baseball movie that has ever been made.
Oh, don't get me naming all them. I have probably 80 or 90% of them. You know, I owned a video store for 11 years.
That's right.
And if there was a baseball movie, I collected it. So I have most of them. Here's the next pitch. That's a high fly ball out into shallow center, right behind second base. Shortstop Zach Hobbs is called for it, and that is out number 3. So after 1 full inning, the Greene County Tech Eagles lead the Paragould Rams 1-0. We'll return in
90 seconds.
90 seconds with yourprimetimesports.com. And welcome back to yourprimetimesports.com. Just like I said, Dave, we're right on the money. Pitcher just threw his last warm-up pitch.
Okay.
Hey, right over here behind us is the Lady Rams and the Greene County Tech Lady Eagles playing their doubleheader softball match. So maybe in between games, or maybe even before this game's over with, we can get someone to find out what the score is for us over there.
I'll probably just poke my head out the door and look at the scoreboard.
Oh, can you see it from here? Okay.
From down there at the bottom, I think I can.
Here's the first pitch to Chandler Bishop. He hits it sharply to second base. That'll be out number 1. That'll go in the books as 4-3 on Chandler Bishop.
I'll tell you what, these teams
so one pitch.
They're making short work of this day already. I mean, bang, bang, bang. This is going to be a pitcher's duel. So far
Next up for the Eagles will be the left fielder, number 6, Tucker Harris. Here comes the first pitch from Duty. And Harris hits it sharply to the third baseman. He fields it cleanly over to Skank, and he makes the good throw over to Skank for out number 2. And the third baseman for the Paragould Rams, which is Kobe Holiday, is getting some real workout over there already.
And the pitcher is not. 2 pitches so far. We've got 2 outs here in the second.
Well, and that's a good thing for Paragould because keep that pitch count low. He'll get to stand there a whole lot longer. Here's the first pitch to the first baseman, number 13, Seth Deering. He takes that for low, ball 1.
Good old Chris Hutchison down there from Channel 8 getting some behind-the-plate shots for Region 8 News.
I see Christopher down there. Here's the next pitch, and that caught the outside corner for strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Seth Daring. Seth Daring's grandfather, many years ago, coached me in baseball.
Did he?
Yes, sir. Larry Young. Here comes the next pitch to Seth Daring, and he hits that sharply right out in the gap in left center field. And Chase Garner makes a great play on one knee, slides after the ball, and gets it in quickly to second base, but just a little bit shy of getting Seth Daring at second. So Seth Daring's going to be in for a sliding double.
Yeah, he was just a fraction of a second from getting him out at second.
Well,
excellent job covering the ball out there.
Yeah, very good job by Garner. And the next batter for the Eagles will be the second baseman, Matt Lashley. Here's the first pitch to Lashley. It's going to be high for ball 1. Daring at second base. Trying to announce and keep the book too here, brother.
You're doing a fantastic job.
I forget to write something down every now and then. I go brain dead. Here's the next pitch, and it is outside for ball 2.
I'm not touching that one.
I know. You better not.
I'm going to let that one go.
You better not. I know what you're thinking. You think I'm brain dead all the time.
But I didn't say it. I did not say it.
Duty getting his signs from DeVault. Here comes the next pitch to Lashley. I know Duty's going to step off the rubber and check that runner back to second. He just didn't feel comfortable with Daring getting that large lead. So we'll start all over here. Here's the pitch, and it's hit high out into center field. Garner takes a step in. Now he's fading back, and he makes the play for out number 3. So the Eagles come up with another hit, but come up short on the run column. And after 1.5 innings, Greene County Tech 1, Paragould 0. We'll return in 90 seconds with your PrimetimeSports.com. Welcome back. We had to take a short break there. That's, a minute instead of 90 seconds?
That's right.
They're ready to go. So Aaron Skank leading off the bottom of the second for Paragould. He is the first baseman for the Paragould Rams. Bats left-handed. Swing hard, and he pops that major league pop-up on the infield. 3 people trying to camp under it, and the third baseman, Nick Pillow, is going to take it for out number 1.
And Skank, he's big old boy, 6'3", 6'4", and he squats down in his batting stance way down here for where he's about 5'5". I've never seen anything like it.
Well, I know one thing. When he hits the ball on the nose, not on the chin like he just did, it's going a long way.
Yep.
Because I have seen him hit a baseball. Now batting for the Paragould Rams be number 16, the third baseman, Kobe Holliday, and he swings at that one for strike number 1. Fouls it right back here at us. No balls, 1 strike to Kobe. I love announcing Paragould Tech ball games. Now, we didn't do any basketball games this year.
Well, everybody and their cousin was at those
there's
games.
Strike number 2. Well, another thing is they both have their own cable visions, and there's no reason for us to announce a basketball game when one of the others is going to be playing it on TV.
That's right.
Foul ball, so Kobe stays alive. No balls, 2 strikes to Kobe Holliday. But the Ram TV and the Eagle TV never comes out to the baseball or softball games and does any of those games. Swing and a miss by Kobe, and that's going to be Seth Daring's second strikeout of the day.
And I didn't know that I had not been paying close enough attention. I didn't realize that the TV stations from the schools did not do baseball or softball.
Never seen them. Now coming to the plate for the Paragould Rams will be number 20, the center fielder, Hayden. Oh, hang on a minute. I've got 2 center fielders here. Where have I messed up? Right fielder. I wrote it down wrong. Clifton made his first mistake of the day.
I'm not touching that one either.
Here's the next pitch to Irving. Swing and a miss.
You're serving me up softballs, and I'm just letting them go by, man.
You ain't going to do nothing about it, and I'm the guy that signs your paycheck, so you ain't going to do a whole lot about it. No balls, 2 strikes to Hayden Irvin. Cato getting the sign from Adams. Here comes the pitch to Irving. And it's way outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Hayden Irvin. Here's the next pitch to Irvin. And swing and a miss, and that is another strikeout for Seth Cato. So that inning's 3 up, 3 down. And we'll return in 1 minute with yourprimetimesports.com. Welcome back, and Aaron Duty just about ready to get his warm-up pitches in. There goes the throw down to second from DeVault, so we're about ready to go. Here in the top of the third inning, the center fielder, Andrew Ferguson, is going to lead off this inning, so this will be his second at-bat this game. Last time he flied out to Garner at center field. Speedy Andrew Ferguson. There's quite a bit of speed on both these teams, Dave. Here's the first pitch from Duty to Ferguson. Curveball. That's in there for strike one. Can you see the scoreboard over here?
I'm going to go check on that. You don't need me for just a second.
You ain't going
to take a second.
Huh? Oh, it doesn't start at 4:30?
They don't start till 4:30. Oh, well, that makes...
Well, I'll be dipped. I didn't know that.
Here's
the next pitch. Low and ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike to Aaron Ferguson, the leadoff man for the Greene County Tech Golden Eagles.
So our next game broadcast after today, 1 week from today, we will be... Well, I have forgotten.
Where will we be, my friend? Tell us. Tell our fans.
There's
ball 2 to Ferguson.
At Nettleton. Greene County Tech at Nettleton.
Oh, that'll be a good game. Coach Prater always has a good ball club down there at Nettleton. And it'll be at Nettleton?
At Nettleton.
Oh, we've worked out that press box before.
Nice press box.
That thing's 90 feet long.
Yeah.
You can't even talk to the guy at the other end. That thing's long. It's a beautiful press box. Here's a curveball. Swing and a miss by Ferguson. I'm not sure if... I don't think he fouled that off. I think that just bounced off of...
hit his foot. Did it hit his foot?
No, I think it bounced off of DeVault's shin guard. John, didn't you tell me up at Batesville DeVault's just a freshman? Freshman catcher for Paragould, and he's going to be a dandy. He's giving his signs to Duty. Duty giving him the head shake. That's the one I want. Here's the next pitch, curveball, and it's high for ball number 3. So that's going to load up the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Duty does not want to put the leadoff man, Andrew Ferguson, on first base. Here's the next pitch to Ferguson. Fastball, and that's going to be a little high. So he did exactly what I said he didn't need to do, is put the speedy Aaron Ferguson at first base.
He's already got, let's see, was it him that got the stolen base earlier today?
No, sir.
No, it wasn't
that
him.
was Ryan Cup.
There you go.
But I will bet you a hot dog right now that he goes on the first pitch.
Oh, you'd probably win that bet. I'll pass.
Look at his lead out there. Now at the plate is shortstop Zach Hobbs, and that's exactly what Aaron Duty was thinking. He stepped off the rubber and got him back over to the bag.
He's betting somebody a hot dog, too.
Well, I bet he's hoping that DeVault can gun him down. And
we got back.
Throw over to first base to Skank. Ferguson's back in safely. You know you're getting a pretty good lead when you have to dive back on your belly.
Yeah, he had that was exactly, he had the Superman dive back.
Oh, yeah. So still no count. There's another throw over to Aaron Skank.
And again, he has to go to his belly to get back in time.
Zach's mama down here at first base with her camera in her hand. She's trying to get her some action shots of her son.
And I can see the softball team's getting ready to start over there now.
Good. Is your mic on?
Yes, it is.
There goes Ferguson, and he is in there for a stolen base.
Now, we saw the catcher from Paragould, DeVault. Isn't that DeVault behind the plate? Yeah. We saw him gun a guy down trying to steal base at Batesville.
Oh, he put it on him.
Yeah. He's got the capability.
So 1 ball, no strikes to Hobbs. Here's the pitch to him, and that's outside for ball 2. So Duty working himself in a hole here with the top of the order for Greene County Tech. He just needs to take a deep breath and throw strikes. You do not want to get behind these hitters. Here comes the next pitch to Hobbs. And that's just a little inside. Almost caught him on the shoulder.
Almost got his sleeve.
3 balls, no strikes to Zach Hobbs. And waiting on deck for the Eagles is the speedy right fielder Ryan Cupp. Here comes the 3-0 pitch to Hobbs. And that's in there for a strike. 3-1 to Zach Hobbs. Yeah, we don't have the opportunity to see these young men play a lot. Usually when they start in February, we're still making it through basketball. And then we have spring break, and we take a week off. Here's the next pitch, and he pops that up over on the first base side right in front of the dugout.
Oh, he couldn't get under it.
And Aaron Skank overran it just a little bit. He looked in toward the dugout to see how close he was getting to that fence. There's about I'd say about a 6-foot fence or so right in front of the dugout. And he was checking to make sure he wasn't going to crash into that thing, which I'm sure if he did, he would have taken the fence down.
That's true. Yeah, he's like a bull in a china cabinet.
Well, he's just a big man. Here's the next pitch to Zach Hobbs. Curveball, and that's in there for a strikeout for Aaron Duty. Big strikeout for Aaron. So now coming to the plate will be the right fielder, Ryan Cupp.
So is that 1 out or 2 outs? I've lost track.
That's 1 out.
1 out.
Andrew led off the game with a walk and stole second. Duty keeping him in check. Here comes the first pitch to Cupp. And swing and a miss for strike one. Aaron really came back good on that last batter, Zach Hobbs. You know, he got behind on him and came back with a strikeout. I'm sure Coach Faulkner was very pleased to see that. Here's the next pitch to Cupp. Fastball, and he foul tips that one. So he is ahead in the count. Duty is no balls and 2 strikes to Ryan Cupp. Get off your phone, quit playing games, and do my color analysis. You don't want me to sit here and have too much dead time now.
When's football season start?
Here's the next pitch to Cupp. No. Duty's going to step off the rubber and make Ferguson kind of get a little bit closer to second base. Football usually starts around the first week of September there, Dave. Nice thought process there.
Yeah.
So we're going to go through the motions of the signs again from DeVault. Jed's father, Jed DeVault, is a loan officer at First National Bank. Jamie DeVault.
Really?
Yep, real fine guy.
Where's he at? I need some money.
He may still be at work making loans.
He may be listening to the ball game right now.
He could be. Cupp swung at that last one, but fouled it off. So we're going to try it again. So no balls and 2 strikes to Ryan Cupp. Ferguson still at second base. Here comes the pitch, and it's high and outside for ball 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ryan Cupp.
DeVault one-hopped it back to Duty. I don't know if he can't be getting tired already.
No, he didn't mean to do that. Probably just slept out of his sweaty hand. Does that every now and then. Here comes the next pitch to Ryan Cupp. And Duty is very aware. He stepped off the rubber again. He's very aware of Ferguson out there. He's keeping a close eye on him. He does not want him to get over here to third base and be only 90 feet away from scoring another Greene County Tech run. Here's a pitch. And there's a slow roller to third base. It's going to be fielded cleanly over to first, but you're not going to get the speedy Ryan Cupp. So that's going to be an infield hit for Greene County Tech. That will move Ferguson over to third base.
The ball was going just slow enough that it took all the time for the third baseman to come up on it and make the play, and by the time he got it, it was too late.
Yeah, it was in between a check swing and a easy bunt.
Dead slow in that grass it was rolling.
So now coming to the plate will be the cleanup man, the catcher, Ross Adams. Big Ross Adams leading the team with a .423 batting average. Now, let me say this. we do not have 2 games, the last 2 games that they played on these stats. Am I correct?
That's correct.
So we're probably pretty close.
Games. Yeah.
And there's a great play.
Double steal. Successful both ways. And now third base. There goes I don't know. I can't see his number.
Well, that's
whoever was on first is now on third.
Nathan Anderson.
Yes, Nathan.
Well, what just happened there? Because I looked down, and when I looked back up, the Nathan Anderson was taken off to second base, and Duty actually stepped off the rubber, but he had to wait for I believe it was the shortstop. I don't know if it's shortstop or second baseman Mason Coy to receive the throw, and by that hesitation, the throw got there just a little late as Anderson was safe, and by that time, Ferguson was already crossing the plate from third base.
Yeah, they timed that out just right.
Yeah.
And then when the throw to home missed the catcher and went behind him, Anderson went on to third from second.
So Anderson at third base.
And now he'll score.
And you know what? That is not Anderson. You told me that was a courtesy runner. That was Ryan Cupp, my friend.
It was Cupp?
Yep. Pay attention out there. You need the binoculars, you can pick them up and use them. I ain't going to trust in you no more.
Okay. I thought it was courtesy runner.
Courtesy runner's for the catcher, and the catcher's batting right now.
Well, then Cupp did all that stuff, okay? Cupp got the second, then he got the third.
All right, here we go.
Scored.
Here's the next pitch to Ross Adams, and he hammers that out into left center field. Garner cuts it off, gets it back into second base quickly, and Ross Adams has his second hit of the day.
And it's 3-0 Eagles, and they're threatening some more with only one out here in the top of the third. So that pitcher's duel that I was thinking we were going to see has kind of fell by the wayside now.
Now coming to the plate for the Eagles will be the third baseman, Nick Pillow. And Duty throws over to first base, and now the courtesy runner, number 7, Nathan Anderson, is at first.
Yeah.
And he drills him in the back. Aaron didn't get a glove on the ball.
May have to get another runner out there.
Oh. And here comes the first pitch to Nick Pillow. And he fouls that straight back for strike number 1. You know, Aaron Duty was doing pretty good right there. He had he struck out Zach Hobbs, come back and got him. He got no balls, 2 strikes on Cupp, and then everything just kind of fell apart.
Yeah. But Greene County Tech found their bats.
So here's the next pitch to Nick Pillow, and there goes Nathan Anderson down to second base. High throw from DeVault, so Anderson's going to be safe at second.
If he'd had that down about 2 feet, Anderson would be out right now.
Well, I'm sure all scouting reports from Coach Hunt's side is that they have a 9th grade catcher behind the plate. And even though he's going to be a fine high school catcher, he doesn't have the strength of a 12th grade arm.
That's true.
So they're going to take all advantages they can if they get somebody on first heading down to second base. They're going to test him all day long. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Nick Pillow as he steps back in the box. See what old Nick's batting here for the season. 294, so he's just off the pace of a 300 batting average. There's a curveball outside.
That we know of. He might be over 300
He could
right
be.
now.
2 balls, 2 strikes. What constitutes a great hitter, Dave?
300 or better batting average.
Okay.
About 60. Well, we talking about major leagues, or are we talking about?
Just overall, generally. You know, everyone considers it. You know, in baseball is a game you fail 7 out of 10 times. You realize that. There's a sharp hit ball out to the right fielder, and he makes a great diving play out in right field.
Well, if we were
that's Hayden Irvin on that play.
If we're talking major leagues.
No, I'm talking baseball in general.
Well, my only frame of reference is major leagues.
Well, high school, little league, anything. If you bat
300 or better, and if major leagues, 60 RBIs or better, on base percentage of 500 or better. Or am I wrong?
What'd you say, RBIs?
RBI, Major League, 60 or better in RBIs.
RBIs is more than that. Here's the first pitch to Chandler Bishop, the DH.
Above average.
Who hit it sharply to the second baseman last inning.
Above average for Major League is 60 or better RBIs. On-base percentage of 500 or better.
Yeah.
Slugging percentage of 700 or better.
You know, they have a here's the next pitch to Chandler Bishop, left-handed batter. That's ball number 2 to Chandler. They have an on-base percentage now that they rate everything, the walks and, getting on the errors or hit by a pitch or whatever.
Right.
They want to know how many times that batter is on them bags. Here's the next pitch to Chandler Bishop. And he hits that right back to the box to Aaron Duty. Aaron Duty's going to underhand it over to Skank, and that is going to be out number 3. But before we finish this top half of the inning, the Eagles score 2. Now the score is Greene County Tech 3, Paragould nothing. We'll return in 1 minute with yourprimetimesports.com. Welcome back to yourprimetimesports.com, and leading off the bottom half of the third inning for the Paragould Rams is going to be number 12, the left fielder, Dexter Thompson.
Do you need anything from the concession stand?
No, sir. I have it right here in front of me. Okay. I went to Sonic and got one of them big old Route 44s.
I got me one of these, but it's already gone. I'm going to get me a Mountain Dew.
You're going to have a coronary one of these days drinking all that speedy stuff.
I'll be right back.
Here comes the next pitch to Dexter Thompson. He fouls that straight back to us, so no balls and 2 strikes to Dexter Thompson. Any one of you 3 guys to my left won't come down there and join me. I'm by myself now. Thank you, John. John said I'm colorful, so I'll take that as a compliment. Here's the next pitch, swing and a miss, and I cannot tell you that got by the catcher, and he's making his way down to first, and that's going to be out number 1. So that is a strikeout, pass ball, and a 2-3 play for out number 1. That's a lot of writing all for one little bitty out, isn't it, John? Here's the next batter for the Paragould Rams, going to be the catcher, Jed DeVault. Jed's a right-handed hitter. And here's the first pitch from Cato to him, and that's going to be in there for strike 1. And DeVault is batting 172.
Well,
and that's
I didn't bring any
here's
money.
the next pitch to DeVault, outside for ball number 1.
Opened my wallet. All I had was plastic, and they don't take plastic at a concession stand. So
No, they do not.
Oh, well.
Here comes the next pitch from Cato, and DeVault pops that up. It's going to be, looks like right on the line to Nick Pill at third base, and that is out number 2. And I really don't like to see an infielder catch a fly ball with one hand. One of these days, that's going to pop out of his glove, and somebody's going to be on base with an error. Don't you think, John? That's right. And it's kind of embarrassing, isn't it? So there's out number 2. And there's strike 1 to Tristan Boyd, the DH for the Paragould Rams. Strike 2 to Tristan Boyd. Yeah, the good Lord gives you 2 hands, one to catch with and one to put the other one over the ball so it don't pop out of the glove.
That's John
Tripo,
right? He's Morgan's. You're Morgan's dad? Is that Morgan?
And Alex's dad. There's
right.
Strike number 3 for another strikeout for Seth Cato. So after 3 full innings, the Greene County Tech Eagles lead the Rams 3-0. We'll return in 1 minute with yourprimetimesports.com. All right, welcome back to yourprimetimesports.com. Aaron Duty finishing up his warm-up pitches. Leading off for the Eagles here in the top half of the 4th inning will be the left fielder, Tucker Harris. Sorry about that, Gary. We went on the air, so we'll get with you at the end of this half inning. There's the throw down to DeVault from DeVault, and we're about ready to go. Oh, Tuck come by and popped me on the head with his glove, Dave, earlier before the game started. Tucker Harris, his dad's running for
County
Judge, yeah, Tony. Mr.
Now,
Tony.
you want to talk about something I know about local politics.
I know, and you know it, and you've been involved in it, and
That's
I
right.
don't want to be involved in it, so
Okay.
don't start talking
All
about
right.
it. Here's the next pitch, and Tucker hits that sharply out in the left center field. And again, Garner's chased it down. The speedy Chase Garner out there, he has saved a few base runners from making their way to second base. out in center field. So Tucker Harris is going to lead off the top half of the fourth inning with a single. Yeah, I'm not a politician. I don't want to be involved in it. I don't want to have nothing to do with it.
Oh, you don't want to run for dog catcher?
Listen, it's like being a referee. Half the fans are going to like you for what you do, and the other half are going to hate
That's
you
true.
for what you do on the other end. So there goes Harris down to second base. A
There's
good
nobody
throw
at
by
second.
DeVault, but nobody was there yet. So the baseball was cut off by Trepo at short, but the runner's going to have a stolen base. What are you looking for, Dave?
I'm looking for number 11 for Paragould. That's
And I just said it's Trepo.
That's Trepo. Okay.
He's
Well, he had to haul in there fast as he could to get the throw from the catcher, or else it would have went into center field.
The best throw that he's thrown today was just then. It was on the first base side of the bag.
But nobody was there.
Here's the next pitch to Seth Daring, who he calls timeout. Seth hit a double last time up out into left center field, sharply hit. So Harris down at second. Trepo sneaking in behind him there at second. Keep an eye on him. Here comes the pitch from Duty. And Daring hits that one hopper to second base. He flips over to Skank for out number one. But Tucker Harris is going to move over to the third base bag. So a sharp hit baseball by Seth Daring twice today.
That could have been a double play ball right there had it not been for the stolen base.
Yeah.
He worked his way out of that being a double play.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Do you want me to color analyze or not?
Here's the next batter for Greene County Tech, second baseman Matt Lashley. You don't have to yell at me like that.
No,
I think everybody down there heard you up here.
Nah, they probably didn't hear me. We got the air conditioner going and stuff.
Tell them what your favorite sport is you like to call.
Basketball.
What's your second favorite sport?
Football.
What's your third favorite sport?
Hockey.
I knew it wasn't going to be baseball.
It ain't going to be baseball.
That's why you do.
And I've never called a hockey game, so
one ball, no strikes to Matt Lashley. Here's the next pitch to him, and that's low for ball two. 2 balls, no strikes to Mr. Matt Lashley. Duty wiping the sweat from his forehead. Here's the pitch to DeVault. And that is hit dead center field. Garner going back 3 or 4 steps. And he has it. And he throws it in as hard as he could. But it's not going to cut down Tucker Harris scoring from third base. So a sacrifice fly by Matt Lashley is going to put another run on the board for the Eagles. Let me see my circles here. And that's Tucker Harris scoring. So, all right. So now we are back at the start of the lineup for Greene County Tech with the center fielder Andrew Ferguson. So nobody on the base paths. Andrew Ferguson up to the plate. And there's the first pitch for strike number 1. And Duty has his sign from DeVault. Here comes the next pitch to Ferguson. And that is going to be fouled off over toward the third base dugout. So for the first time today, Duty has been ahead on the speedy leadoff hitter, Andrew Ferguson. No balls and 2 strikes. I'm relying on my man to my left here to keep that board right because I look out there every now and then.
And they didn't keep it right.
He's doing a good job. I know he didn't, but John knows what he's doing over there. Ball 1 outside to Ferguson.
I'm not sure.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
I don't think it's John keep. I think it's this kid right here.
Oh.
It's Chris. Chris, right?
Oh.
Tristan.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Here's the next pitch. Curveball, and he hits that sharply to third base. Comes up with it, across the diamond for out number 3. A good inning for Paragould Rams, but the Eagles score another run, and the score after 3.5 will be 4-1. Greene County Tech. We'll return in 1 minute with your PrimetimeSports.com. All right, welcome back. No station ID this time because Chase Garner is up at the plate, and we are ready to go this bottom half of the 4th inning. Seth Cato retrieving his signs from Mr. Ross Hunt. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss by Garner. Thank you for all of our advertisers that support us. I've heard, well, man, I don't know what all I've heard today. CR Doc and Freeman Auto Body. And here's the next pitch, and he pops that straight back over our heads for strike number 2.
You want me to go down the list?
Sure.
Okay.
We love to announce our advertisers and thank them.
Freeman Auto Body, SDM Pond, Performance Lube, Focus Bank, Kavanaugh Kia, Riverside Cafe, Sears, Turner Dairy, Liberty Bank, Sunkist. That's actually the Sunrise Distributing
Sunrise
guys.
Distributor, David Kellums.
CR Doc, First National Bank, Bayard Motors, and MF Block. And here's a pop-up.
Thank you very much. And there's a pop-up on the infield, and the Ross Patterson catcher makes the catch and tumbles on his back.
He did a backflip while he was catching the ball.
He did. And that's out number 1.
And squeezed it. He held on to it while he was doing the flip.
Well, I will tell you this. Ross Adams is a very, very good catcher. He's been catching, I guess, since he come out of the crib.
Well, he caught that one.
So that's going to be...
I hope somebody got video of that. Put that on YouTube. That was amazing.
His mama might. She carries a camera around. I don't know if she videos or if it's just stills, but... that's out number 1, and now coming to the plate is the pitcher, Aaron Duty. I made a mistake when we went to commercial break a minute ago. I said the score was 4-1. It's 4-0. And there's Duty hitting one in the hole, deep short. Hobbs comes up with it, one hopper to first baseman, but it's not going to get the speedy Duty. So he's going to be on base for a single. Trying to help himself here. Now come to the plate. It's going to be the shortstop, Alex Trepo. Did you watch the NCAA tournament last night,
Are you
Dave?
kidding?
Well,
of course I did. I was doing a karaoke show and watching the ball game at the same time.
Yeah. Well, I really like the two teams that was in it. I love Bill Self, the coach for Kansas. I think he does a great job, and he's a very down-to-earth guy. But
I like Coach Calipari.
I like Coach Calipari. He didn't let me finish, and Alex has fouled that one off, maybe out of play, and he has. So he'll get to return and try it again. I like Coach Calipari, and I was rooting for Kentucky because they're an SEC team.
That's right.
So I just
if
thought,
Kansas ever decides to join the SEC, we'll root for them too.
Sure.
That'll never happen. But
You're right. All right, here's the next pitch to Alex Trepo. Fastball on the outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Alex Trepo. And we have a courtesy runner for who? Grant Eaton's the courtesy runner for the Paragould Rams for Aaron Duty. And the umpire calls that one a strike, but from up here it sure did look like it was outside and low. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Alex Trepo. Here comes the next pitch from Cato. And Alex fouls that one off. And Ross Hunt could not hang on to it, so the count's going to remain 1 ball, 2 strikes. Something you never like to see is an umpire make a call on a young man and basically take the bat out of his hands, and he has to play defense.
And we were talking about this in Batesville. These bats sound different this year. They sound like wooden bats, even though they are still aluminum.
They are different. They've taken some of the pop out of them. I'm not sure what they're made out of. We need to research that so we can discuss it a little bit more.
They don't ping like they used to.
They have been weakened a little to sound more like a wooden bat and to not hurt some of these kids, because we don't see it around here as often, but in some of these states there's young men getting hurt terribly bad. Here's the next pitch to Trepo, and got him on a curveball, so that's going to be out number 2 on the Rams. And not Aaron Duty, but Grant Eaton, the courtesy runner, still at first base. A few years ago, now my son's 25 now, but this is when he was playing Legion ball. There's a sharp hit fly ball, and that's going to move Ferguson deep back to center field, but he's going to make the catch for out number 3. We'll tell my story when we get back. We'll return in 1 minute with the score. Greene County Tech 4, Paragould nothing, in 1 minute with yourprimetimesports.com.
Your favorite teams play on yourprimetimesports.com.
Welcome back, and Aaron Duty's still on the mound getting his warm-up pitches. Now, I done forgot what I was going to talk about.
About your son playing American Legion ball.
Back when Matthew was playing American Legion baseball, this has probably been 8 or 9 years ago. Dax Langston.
Oh, yeah, I know Dax.
I think it was Dax. Was pitching for American Legion and took a line shot right off the forehead.
Wow.
And, I mean, it hit him right between the eyes, right above the...
It hit Dax?
Yes.
Well, that's what's wrong with that boy.
I'll let you tell him that. But anyway, I have seen some of these baseballs come off of these bats so fast and so hard that these young men cannot react quick enough, and there have been some injuries. And so they've just kind of lightened these bats up a little bit, haven't they, John? Do you know anything about them? BB cores? A little bit thicker walls. There we go. I knew if I asked my man over here on the left, he'd have the info for me. All right, so leading off the top of the 5th inning for the Greene County Tech Eagles is going to be the shortstop, Zach Hobbs. He takes the first pitch for ball 1. And Duty has his sign from DeVault. Here's the pitch. And that's going to stay on the inside corner for strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Zach Hobbs. I don't know if anyone realized it. You don't like to ever bring it up during the game. It's bad luck, especially in the dugout.
Then you better not.
But, well, it's over with now. But Aaron Duty broke up a no-hitter a minute ago with his base hit.
Oh.
Seth Daring had not Seth Daring, but Seth Cato had a no-hitter going through almost, 3 1/3 innings.
Wow, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah,
I didn't realize.
Paragould picked up their first hit last inning, so... Here comes the next pitch to Hobbs. And that's on the outside for ball 3. So 3 balls, 1 strike to Zach Hobbs. Duty wiping the perspiration off his forearms and his hands as his sign. Here's the next pitch. And that's going to be high for ball 4. And that's going to send Zach Hobbs down to first base.
That first walk of the day?
No, sir. That is, let's see here. Coming to the plate now is the right fielder, Ryan Cupp. See if I can see. That's one. Looks like that's the second walk of the day that Duty's given up. Throws over to first to Skank and gets Hobbs back to first base. So Speedy Ryan Cupp, who has scored 2 of the 4 runs that Greene County Tech has scored, is now at the plate, and Duty has once again thrown over to first base. I brought my iPad, my friend, hoping we might get on Facebook and you wouldn't have to go back and forth. But
I've never touched one of those things. I've never seen one before today.
I don't know how to operate it anyway.
No.
Here's the first pitch to Cup. He shows bunt, but he pulls back, and Zach Hobbs is going to be out from a good throw from Jed DeVault down to second base to Mason Coy. So
yeah, he was trying to steal that thing. He didn't get a good jump, and DeVault nailed him.
So that's going to be that's going to go 2-4 for out number 1. No one on the base paths now, and Ryan Cupp at the plate. And there's strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Ryan Cupp. No, an iPad is just like an iPhone, basically.
Well, I don't have one of those either. I have an Android, baby.
Android.
That's right. You got it.
Here comes the next pitch. Curveball, and it's down in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike to Ryan Cupp.
So it's just like a gigantic iPhone. Like an iPhone only really big.
But it does some really neat things that maybe the iPhone does, but I'm not sure I know how to operate all my gadgets either. I just use it for what I need to use it for, and I could care less after that. So here's the next pitch to Ryan Cupp, and he hits it right between the third baseman and the shortstop. He rounds first, looking to second. Big turn, but he's going to come back to first base for his second hit of the day. And now coming to the plate is the catcher, Ross Adams. Ross already has 2 RBIs for this game.
Here's a score update from the girls' game next door, if you want it. Paragould leading Greene County Tech 1-0, bottom of the second.
What a game, 1-0. Coach Schatchley always does a wonderful job with his Paragould Lady Rams year in and year out. I talked to Coach Wright the other day, the Lady Eagles coach. He felt like this is one of his best teams he's had. There's the first pitch to Adams, up high for ball one, so that could turn out to be a very good ball game right behind us here, too.
That's right.
I hear some crowd noise over there, so. And Greene County Tech has someone on first base, and
that's all you can see is first base. That's it.
So, and the crowd noise came from the first base side, so something Tech did. I don't know, but anyway, we're back to baseball over here. Ross Hunt still get. I've never called play-by-play for a softball and a baseball game at the same time.
Oh, at the same time.
I believe I could do it. If I could see that, I believe I could do it.
If you could see both fields at the same time.
Yeah, I believe I could do it.
Yeah, but you'd confuse the heck out of the people listening.
Well, yeah, probably would. So Ross Hunt took a long time to receive his signals from down there from Coach Hunt, but now he's back in the box. Here comes the next pitch from Duty. Fastball, and Hunt has a good cut on that baseball. Fouls it straight back here at us. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Is that right, gentlemen? 1-1? Oh, Ross, look at there, Dave. He digs a hole. I guarantee you could bury your best pet in that hole right there.
He's got to climb out of that thing to run to first.
You can't even see the bottom half of his shoe. He's so deep in that hole. And Duty steps off once again and chases Ryan Cup back to first base.
Good gosh, look at that hole.
I'm telling you could bury your favorite pet in it. All right, here's the pitch to Ross Hunt. Another fastball is going to stay inside and high for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to Ross Hunt.
Now he goes to work on that hole again.
We do what? What'd I say? Did I say Hunt? Man, have I said that every time? Golly.
Where are you getting that from?
Oh, Ross Hunt used to play for the Paragould Rams a few years ago, and I've been saying Ross Hunt the whole time. I am so sorry it's Ross Adams.
You've said Ross Adams at least once today because I remember you saying
that. I better be more than once. His mom will be all over me.
Is she here?
Oh, yeah. Kim and Dane's not going to miss a game. They're baseball freaks. Here, next pitch was a ball high for 3 balls, 1 strike to Ross Adams. Here's the next pitch to Ross, and that's inside corner for strike 2, so that's going to load the count 3 balls, 2 strikes. I cannot believe I've been saying Ross Hunt. Ross Hunt graduated with my son.
Yeah, but I've
that's
heard
how
you
long
say Ross Adams.
That's how long that kid's been out of school.
I'm quite sure you haven't been doing it all day.
I hope not. I apologize from the bottom of my heart if I have. Ryan Cup getting a very good lead over at first base. Let's see if Duty throws over there. No, there goes Cup. And Adams swings and misses, and that's going to be out number 2. And Ryan Cupp's going to be safe down at second base.
Yeah, the throw just a little bit. Drew him off second base bag, and couldn't get there.
Now coming to the plate will be the third baseman, Nick Pillow. Let's hope I don't mess this name up. I know some Nicks, too.
Nick Pillow comes to my karaoke shows at least once a week.
Oh, boy, here we go on that karaoke stuff. I'm going to start billing you for advertising on your karaoke
I'm not
shows.
saying where. I could, but I'm not.
You have. You will before the day's over.
I am not telling people that the karaoke shows are at Don Jose
I'm messing with you,
Paragould in downtown Jonesboro. I'm not telling the people that.
Duty still trying to get his signs from DeVault. Now I want you to look where Ross Adams was standing. Nick Pillow's up in front of that. He don't want to stand in that big old hole.
He had to fill the hole back in somewhat just to stand there.
Here's the first pitch to Pillow, and that catches the outside corner. Curveball for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike to Pillow. Runner in scoring position, Ryan Cup down at second base, who has already scored 2 times today for the Rams. Rams are for the Eagles. The Eagles leading the Rams 4-0. Duty has his sign from DeVault. Here's the next pitch, and that's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Nick Pillow. Yeah, I did quite a bit of traveling today.
You went to Palestine Wheatley today, yeah? Well, that's way down there by Forest City area.
That's
Wim
way
area.
Down there by Brinkley, yeah. Got up early this morning, traveled down there, talked to Mr. Estes about Wi-Fi-Sports.net. Here's the next pitch to Pillow, low in the dirt. For ball number 2.
While we're talking about Wi-Fi Sports, do you want to tell folks what we're going to be doing on the very last baseball game of our broadcast season?
Well, actually,
May 7th.
May the 7th, but before I get into that, this is the game that we actually wanted to do, but we did not find out till last Thursday that the Wi-Fi ownership wanted to come and do this, so we didn't feel like we had enough time to publicize it. And Duty steps off the mound and chases Ryan Cup back to second. But on May the 7th, we are going to have a 3-man camera crew at Bland Park when Searcy comes to town to play Greene County Tech. And we are going to be live worldwide, Greene County Tech versus Searcy.
For video broadcasting.
Yeah, not
right.
just
we're
the
live
audio.
Worldwide now.
Yeah, we're live now audio, but this is going to be a 3-man camera crew. You can watch it on your PC, your Mac, iPad, iPhone, Android.
This game will have everything except for me. I won't be there that day.
Well, why will you not be there?
It's a Monday
Here's
night.
The next pitch. And that's outside for ball number 3. 3-1 to Nick Pillow.
What do I do on Mondays?
Well, you need to find somebody to do that because you got to be. Oh, I know what I'll do.
Okay, I'm listening.
I got somebody to replace you.
Okay.
Knows baseball as good as me.
Well, that's fine. You'd be better off, wouldn't you? My gosh.
I just don't have nobody to run the computer over here.
Well, yeah, but see, you're doing video. It'll be a different way to run the computer.
That's
I don't
true.
know how to do that.
That's true.
You'll have guys there doing that for you from Wi-Fi.
But that's going to be a fun day. Now, let me say this. That game could be postponed.
Oh, that's too bad.
Well, here's what Coach Hunt told me Sunday morning in Sunday school class. That game could be postponed if any of the conference games, which are always played on Tuesdays, get rained out.
They'll need that date to make it up.
They'll need that date, yes. Here's the next pitch, and it's hit right back to Duty at the mound. He throws over to Skank for out number 3, and so this time the Rams are going to get out of the inning without Greene County Tech scoring, so the score will remain 4-0. We'll return in 1 minute with yourprimetimesports.com. Welcome back to yourprimetimesports.com, and leading off here in the bottom half of the 5th inning for the Paragould Rams is Cody Holliday, the third baseman, and he swings at the first one for strike 1. Here comes the next pitch from Seth Cato, and it's fouled off. A little check swing number toward the first base dugout. About like hitting it with a cue stick. See the roll on that ball?
It just kind of eased on out there, yeah?
Yeah, there you go. No balls, 2 strikes to Holliday. Cato has his signal. And Holliday hits that sharply out into left field, right at him for out number 1. Sharp hit baseball, but right to the left fielder. So now coming to the plate will be the right fielder, Hayden Irvin. Paragould Rams have been held to just 1 hit through 4 1/3 innings. And the pitcher, Aaron Duty, is the young man with that lone hit. Hayden Irvin, a left-handed batter. Here's the first pitch from Cato. And Irvin takes a good cut at it for strike 1. You notice that Seth Cato works just a tad faster than Aaron Duty does.
Yeah, he's not. He don't want to be here all day. He's got things to do.
And swinging a miss, strike 2 on Irvin.
He's got places to be, Clifton.
He may be wanting to go see his girlfriend after the game. You never can tell.
Now, if it was Monday, he'd be wanting to go to karaoke.
Here comes the next pitch to Irvin. Outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Seth Cato has his sign from Ross Adams. Swing and a miss, and that's another strikeout for Seth Cato.
Out number 2, bottom 5.
Boy, you have me so self-conscious now. after calling Ross Hunt. Now
I don't have it. I didn't do it.
Well, John, I thank everyone for telling me that. I couldn't believe I was doing that. You know, you get into this broadcast and you're concentrating so hard, you know, trying not to say the wrong thing or make the mistake. But anyway, now at the plate's Dexter Thompson, the left fielder. He takes strike one, and there's strike two.
But here's the good thing about broadcasting baseball. You have an advantage that I do not, because you've got time to sit here and make the corrections and tell people, okay, this is
you got that right.
And
strike three, and that's going to end the inning with the last two batters striking out for Paragould. So after 5 full innings, Greene County Tech leads 4-0 over the Paragould Rams. We'll return in 1 minute.
And we're back after the break. 4-0 Greene County Tech. They're coming up to bat, top of the sixth.
We weren't paying attention. Yeah, we weren't paying attention. We were up here talking and laughing and making jokes.
And making fun of Dave.
Making fun of old Grim. There's nothing wrong with that. You make fun of me.
Yeah, I do. In fact, hold still. I need to fix my hair. I need to look and see if I can see myself in the back of your head. Right there we go.
That's why we have a good time. So, all right. Now, leading off the top of the sixth inning is going to be the DH, Chandler Bishop, who is 0 for 2 on the day. And Duty stepping up on the rubber and going to retrieve his signs from DeVault. Chandler, a left-handed batter, good swinger, and he takes the first one for ball one.
And folks, don't go anywhere. This is a doubleheader. That's the beauty of it. We're going to have another game after this one.
You know, Greene County Tech has the privilege of having two good catchers in Ross Adams and Chandler Bishop, and Tucker Harris is also a catcher.
Wow, they're catcher heavy over there.
Well, they got some catchers. So 2 balls and no strikes to Bishop. Here comes the next pitch. And that's outside for ball 3. So 3-0. Now one other time today, Duty has went 3-0 on a batter and came back to get him out. So let's see if he can do it again. My buddy Mike McKinney down there with his camera from the Paragould Daily Press.
Well, when Tech plays Paragould, it's a big deal.
And
Chris was here from Channel 8.
Yeah, strike one to Bishop. He was taken all the way. 3 balls, 1 strike to Chandler Bishop.
That's why we're here. That's why Mike's down there.
Here's the next pitch, and it's outside. So Chandler Bishop's going to make his way down to first base with no outs and lead off. Greene County Tech, I believe, has had 3 out of 6 innings they've led off the inning with a lead off, either a hit or a walk.
I can give you an update on the softball game next door.
All right.
The Greene County Tech Lady Eagles have taken the lead. It's now 2-1 Lady Eagles.
Is that right?
And it's the top of the 4th.
Let's see. We got Cameron Atkerson is the pinch runner at first base. Has a good lead. And Tucker Harris showed bunt. Takes it for a strike 1. So the left fielder, Tucker Harris, now at the plate, getting his signs from Coach Hunt. No outs, and Cameron Atkerson, the pinch runner at first base.
This game has just moved by quickly. We are just over an hour in.
Well, we've only had 4 runs scored. Paragould's only had 1 hit. So, I mean, the games move fast when you have that kind of production.
And there'll be a break in between the games.
Yeah, but there's usually around 30 minutes or so. So please come back and join us for Game 2.
Tried to catch the man sleeping over there, standing on first base, threw it over there, got back in time.
Oh, Cameron, I played baseball, and my first year in college playing baseball, his daddy and I were roommates.
You just know everybody's mom and daddy.
I know everybody, yes, sir. Duty has a sign from DeVault.
You know all the mommies and daddies, and I know the kids because they come sing at my karaoke.
There's a strike on the outside corner to Tucker Harris. So that's going to be no balls and 2 strikes to Tucker Harris. And you don't think I don't know the kids from being a photographer for 14 years?
That's true, too. But you see them on the field. I see a lot of them
You see them in their casual clothing.
Off the field, that's right.
You see them in their casual clothing. Here's the next pitch to Harris, and it's outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Tucker Harris. Cameron Ackerson got him a really good lead after that pitch, and DeVault would have been paying just a little bit of attention. Could have thrown down there to first to Skank. Duty throws over there this time, and he's going to get back safely. So you don't want to talk about this lawnmower you tore apart and put back together, and by the time you got it put back together, you're too tired to mow the yard.
You know where that lawnmower is right now? It's back at Walmart. I took the thing back because I didn't like the way it mowed. I sit there and put the thing together. They got a mower put together for them because it's now their display model.
Here's the next pitch, and it's a curveball, and he hits that one foul. So the count's going to remain 1-2 strikes. So it was a brand new mower.
Yeah, I went and bought it at Walmart.
That you got out of the box.
Yeah.
And you put it together.
Yeah.
And you put the oil in it.
I put everything in it. But I wasn't pleased with its performance.
Must have been a Murray.
It was. How did you know?
Because they're the worst lawnmowers you can buy.
Oh my God! You did okay. I hope they don't sue us. I hope they're not listening. They sue us now.
Well, I just don't like them.
I don't either.
There's a hard hit ball down the left field line, and it's going to be not caught by the left fielder, and that's going to advance the runner over to third base, Cameron Ackerson. So Tucker Harris has a stand-up double and moves Atkerson over to third base. Now, they can't sue us because I have an opinion on their lawnmower.
Okay.
Can they, John? No, that's what I thought. They can't sue me for having an opinion.
Well, I took it back.
I had a Murray riding lawnmower one time. It wouldn't cut level. The deck wouldn't stay level.
That's exactly what was happening. This was a push mower, and it would not. It was leaving streaks in my yard.
Now, here's what I will say about the suing thing you just said. I don't think we'll ever get Murray to buy a commercial from us. Here's the next batter, the first baseman, Seth Daring. And the first pitch to Daring is on the outside corner for strike one.
So I took the mower back this morning and traded up, paid the difference, traded up for a better model.
Why didn't you go to one of our sponsors?
Dude,
what do you
don't
think?
Be telling on me like that on the live on the air. Are you kidding me?
See, Cliff goes to the sponsors that support us.
I'm poor. I got to go where I can afford.
Here's the next pitch. Swing and fouled right back here at us for strike two. So Seth Daring, who has hit the baseball hard twice, he had a double his first time up, hit it sharply to second base his second time up. This time he has runners in scoring position at second and third. Now, what was you going to say?
If you want to help me out with one of our sponsors,
okay,
one of our past sponsors who will, I'm sure, sponsor things again, Glenn Sane. I got some work that needs to be done to my wife's car that can only be done at the dealership. So call good old Glenn and tell him I'm coming.
Well, I will tell you that I won't be able to call Mr. Glenn, and that was a strikeout right there. I'll have to call. He's no longer with us, Dave. I'll have to call Danny Ford.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Or Todd, the son.
You call Danny Ford over at Glen Sane, tell him I'm on my way.
Well, you're not going to meet two finer people.
No, I know the guys. They're good guys.
Here's the first pitch to Matt Lashley. He takes that for strike one.
But if you got any kind of pull at all, that's where I need it. I got computer issues on my wife's car that only the dealership can fix.
I don't know how much pull I have on that deal, buddy. Maybe flying solo. Here's the next pitch to Matt Lashley from duty. And that's outside for ball one. So 1-1 strike to Matt Lashley. Old Matt's been up twice today, and he's hit it twice to center field. Flied out to Chase Garner both times. Base hit here will probably pick up another 2 Eagle runs. Score still remains. Greene County Tech 4, Paragould Rams nothing. We're in the top of the 6th inning if you're just joining us. This is the first game of a doubleheader today. Here's the next pitch. And it's down low in the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike to Matt Lashley.
So you've been following along with my Facebook sagas. Huh?
I get on Facebook, early in the morning and late in the afternoon when I come in just to check birthdays and things like that. And usually, for some reason, you're right up there at the top, and I get to see it before it refreshes. And I've really started laughing on the last couple of deals that you posted. There's strike 2 to Matt Lashley. You crack me up with some of the things you say.
I can't help it. It's just
So 2 balls, 2 strikes.
When I'm
to
thinking
Matt
of something, I
Lashley.
just post it on there. I don't even. There's no filter. I just post it, and then after the fact, sometimes I think, well, maybe I shouldn't have put that on there.
There you go. I just wonder sometimes why you do that. You're not one of these guys that thinks before you do.
No, that's exactly right. That is exactly right.
Here's the next pitch to Lashley. And that's down the dirt for ball 3. So that's going to load up the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And Aaron Duty sure does not want to put Matt Lashley on first base and load him up, because on deck is the leadoff man,
Yeah.
Andrew Ferguson.
Andrew Ferguson waiting over there.
Who he's batting. He leads off for the Greene County Tech Eagles for a reason. He puts the bat on the ball. And there's strike 3 for out number 2.
That's a break for Duty right there. He did not want to load these bases up with Ferguson. Now Ferguson's coming to the plate with 2 outs. That's a break for Duty right there.
Yeah. So maybe the Rams can take a deep breath here and get this out and go into the bottom of the 6th inning just down 4 runs. Duty has his sign from DeVault. Here's the first pitch to him. And Aaron hits that hard out into left center field, and Chase Garner is tracking it, and it is over the fence for a 3-run homer by Andrew Ferguson. And just like I called it, you didn't want to put Matt Lashley on.
That could have been a grand slam. Yeah.
So Andrew Ferguson has, let's see here, his 2nd home run of the season. And that's going to be RBI 8, 9, and 10 for him.
Well, we're not counting what they did at Wynn.
We understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we understand that. 3
RBIs. A 2-out, 3-run homer by Andrew Ferguson. All-state in basketball and heck of a baseball player, too. And the first pitch to the next batter is in there for a called strike. That's
Zach Hobbs.
Hobbs, number 10, in there. In the batter's box.
No relation to Roy Hobbs of the Natural.
Somebody sent you a message about, I want to look this up
is that
real
right?
quick. Yeah.
Here's the next pitch to Zach.
They
and
sent
that's
you
down in the dirt.
It's a historical baseball message.
Oh, they're asking me a question?
No, they're giving you some information. It's Michelle Pollard Wire. Am I saying that? Wire?
Yeah, Michelle.
Sent you a message that said, just found out a few minutes ago, that the All-American Redheads will be
let's
going
talk
to
about
the
that.
Hall of Fame.
And there's a sharp hit baseball down the left field line. And that's going to be in for a base hit for Zach Hobbs. So he has a single. And now, all of a sudden, Greene County Tech is starting to tattoo the baseball. Yeah, let me tell you about this. Michelle Wire, Barry Wire's wife and Barry Wire Jr.'s mother.
That's right.
Was an All-American redhead.
She was a redhead, yeah.
That's right. She
I've
was
heard
a
this
redhead.
story.
Well, the whole team, or all of the redheads, just found out in the last couple of days that they're going to be inducted in the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Basketball Hall of Fame. Yeah,
yes,
there
sir.
you go.
And what a great story. Someone right here local. Actually, there's a couple other women. Hang on just a minute. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss by Ryan Cup. Let's see. Let me think a minute. I've had a brain lapse.
Not you.
Yeah, I do that quite often. One of the Horrell girls from Marmaduke played on the Redheads years ago.
Yeah, okay. I've heard that name before, too.
I believe it was Christy. I'm not sure. Here's the next pitch to Ryan Cup. And it's outside for ball 1.
Down from the area I'm from, southwest Arkansas, there were some girls from Sparkman, Arkansas, who made the Redhead squad.
The Miss Faulkner out here at Stanford, she played on the Redheads.
Yeah.
She had a couple of daughters, and it's Kenny Joe that refs, his mother.
Okay.
Played on the Redheads. Kenny Joe was a good basketball player. Both his sisters were good basketball players out at Stanford. Ryan Cup pops that up out into shallow center field, and Chase Garner calling for it for out number 3. But the damage has been done this inning as Andrew Ferguson hits a 3-run homer to make the score 7-0 after 5.5 innings. We'll return in 1 minute with yourprimetimesports.com. Well, welcome back to yourprimetimesports.com, and we are going into the bottom half of the 6th inning. The Rams need to put some hits together and get on the board, Dave.
They've got 2 more chances to do it. 6 more outs away for them from this game being over. Game one,
Game one. Yeah, that's right. So leading off the bottom of the sixth is going to be the catcher, Jeb DeBalt.
The freshman.
We are in the bottom third of the lineup of the Paragould Rams. And Jed takes the first one for ball one. Here comes the next pitch from Cato. Ooh. And Jed hits that sharply right back up the middle for the second hit for the Paragould Rams. Good at bat for Jed DeVault. So now coming to the plate is going to be the DH, Tristan Boyd. Tristan Boyd batting in place of the second baseman, Mason Coy.
And I'm going to try and get another score from over next door here pretty soon.
So now we have a courtesy runner for Jed DeBalt, who is the catcher. Yeah, it's going to be number 2, Jacob Tucker. What was you saying just
I'm going to get the score from next door here momentarily.
And Tristan Wright hit that one hard, but it's going to be a long foul ball. So no balls in one long strike to Tristan Wright. Ball's been retrieved back to the infield. Seth Daring's back up on the rubber and getting his signs from Ross Adams. And here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss by Wright. Adams fires down to first base, and he's going to get back safely. Tucker is. No time to get picked off here this late in the game. Paragould needs base runners, and that run right there does not mean anything at this point. Here's the next pitch to Wright. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be a strikeout again for Seth Cato, and that'll be out number 1.
Score 3-2. Greene County Tech, top of the 5th over there at the softball game.
Good game over there.
Yes, sir.
So we're back at the top of the lineup for the Paragould Rams. Center fielder Chase Garner, who has tracked down many base hits today out in center field. He's played a great center field out there today. Here's the first pitch to him, and it's right down the middle for strike 1. Jacob Tucker, the courtesy runner at first base for the catcher, Jed DeBalt. Jed DeBalt led off the inning with a single. Here's the next pitch. It's a curveball, and it's going to remain high for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And Adams thought he might take a chance and throw down to first.
He's already thrown down there once, almost had him. Here comes the next pitch from Cato. Swing and a miss by Garner. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Garner. And here's the pitch. Curveball stays inside for Cato. Ross Adams pointing to the outside of the plate. This is where I want the pitch. Letting his pitcher know. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cato has his sign. Here's the next pitch to Garner. Fastball, and that stays inside. That's going to fill the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Garner. I'll let you know this. If this runner gets on, Coach Hunt's not going to let him stay around long.
And he does.
And he does. So that's going to walk Garner down to first base. Runners on first and second. Greene County Tech with a 7-0 lead. Stayed 4-0 for a long time, and Andrew Ferguson hit a 3-run homer in the top half of the 6th inning. Now Paragould making some noise really for the first time today, Dave.
And, you know, if they want to have some momentum going into the second game, now is as good a time as any to get some going.
That's right. Now batting is the pitcher, Aaron Duty. And here's the first pitch to him, and that's strike 1. Duty had the only lone hit for Paragould until DeBalt led off this inning. He had a single back in the 4th inning. He is 1 for 2 today. Here comes the next pitch to Duty. Curveball behind him. And that's going to be 1 ball, 1 strike to Aaron Duty. Jacob Tucker at first base, courtesy runner. Here comes the next pitch to Aaron Duty. And he hits that sharply over the shortstop's glove. The left fielder's making a play on it, cuts it off. Nick Pillow cuts it off at third base. So now bases are loaded with another base hit for the Paragould Rams. And now come to the plate, the shortstop, Alex Trepo. Bases loaded, one out. And we have another courtesy runner coming in for the pitcher, Aaron Duty, number 7, Grant Eaton.
Good old Joe Wessel.
So the man sitting to my left over here, keeping the books, son, is up to the plate, Alex Trepo. Here's the first pitch to Alex. Takes it high for ball 1. Are you nervous, Dad? Yep, I figured you would be.
Really?
I would be too.
You've seen him play for years.
Don't matter. You always want your son to do good. And here Alex has an opportunity to get a base hit.
On the radio.
On the radio, on the internet. Extend this inning a little bit longer.
There's only one out.
One out, that's right. So Alex back in the box has his signs from Coach Faulkner. Cato has his signs from Ross Adams. Here's the pitch. Fastball. Stays up high. So now we have a 2-ball, no strike count to Alex Trepo. No place to put him.
Has he ever hit a grand slam home run before in his life? He has, okay.
And he just had a good cut on that one, fouled it straight back over our heads. We have Jacob Tucker at third base, and Chase Garner at second base, and Grant Eaton, another courtesy runner, at first base. Bases are jammed. Alex Trepo waiting for the next pitch from Cato, and here it is. And he hits it sharply to Nick Pillow, who steps on the bag, throws across the diamond. Seth Daring picks it for a double play, and that ends the game with the score.
Oh, it's inning. We've still got to go to the 7th inning.
Oh, that's right.
One more inning to play right
this
here.
This is not softball, is it? This is baseball.
That's right.
Oh, I messed up. We got one more inning to go here.
That's all right. We'll be back in
1 minute
on
there
your
you go, buddy.
PrimetimeSports.com.
We're back. Was that the Turner Dairy commercial, Bo? I like to have a good old cold glass of Turner Dairy milk right now.
Good. Look what Joe Wessel got for me.
I see that. Yeah. Mellow yellow.
Mellow yellow from our friends at the
Sunrise Distributors.
Sunrise distributes those,
That's
don't they?
exactly right.
Yeah.
Mr. Dave Kellums and Tim Woolridge, that's really the only two of that four-man partnership that I really, really know personally. The other two gentlemen I don't know that well, so I can't think of their names. First batter here in the top of the 7th inning for Greene County Tech will be the catcher, Ross Adams. Can I believe I was trying to kill this game in 6 innings?
It wouldn't matter to me. We can go on ahead and go the second game.
Nah, I don't know what I was thinking.
We still got one full inning to play. Top of the 7th here.
Ross Adams is called timeout. Do what? I'm sorry.
Paragould will get one more shot.
Yeah.
Bottom of the 7th.
And they'll be right in the middle of their order. They had a golden opportunity that last half inning, though.
Base is juiced. Oh.
Ross, if you dig that hole out anymore, we're not going to be able to see your ankle, son.
You're going to have to climb out of the thing to run first.
All right, here's the first pitch to Ross Adams. Swing and a miss. I think he struck out last time on a curveball, so maybe Duty may just feed him all curveballs this time. I don't know.
Every once in a while we get a breeze come directly in our
window. And it feels
window.
good, too.
Oh.
Been a beautiful day. Here's the next pitch to Ross Adams, and that's high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Last time he was up, I could see the top half of his shoe. And this time, I can't hardly see his shoe.
It's in the dirt.
And we're elevated
we're
above
up here
him.
where we can see it.
Here's the next pitch. And that's outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to Ross Adams. Yeah, if we were ground level, we wouldn't be able to see it all.
You can't see it from ground level at all.
I've never seen anybody dig a hole that deep. Boy, he's got some traction, though. And Duty has a sign from DeVault. Here's the next pitch. Woo. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Ross Adams. Oh, is that Mason Coy pitching? Or catching?
Oh, okay. DeVault's not in there catching anymore.
Change catchers on me.
Yeah.
They don't let us know these things. How can we let our listeners know? Mason Coy, my little buddy. catching behind the plate for the Paragould Rams now.
Mason Coy. Okay, now didn't he? No, that was from Greene County Tech. That's not the same kid.
Mason Coy is a junior here at Paragould.
That's right.
Went here all of his life. His dad's school board member, Tim Coy.
Okay.
Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss by Ross Adams.
Strike 3.
And that's going to be out number 1 here in the top half of the 7th inning. Yeah, Mason has been playing second base, and Tristan Boyd was in the DH spot for him, so now he's come in to catch.
Where's DeVault
And I guess, would Mason Coy go to DeVault's? Yeah, Mason Coy would move up to DeVault. Yeah.
Okay.
So, now batting for the Greene County Tech Eagles, the man that turned the double play last half inning, be Nick Pillow, third baseman. And he hits that right out to right center field. And Irving cannot come up with that diving stab. But Garner backing him up like a good center fielder should. Gets it in quickly. And Nick Pillow's going to have a single out of that.
So I found out while you were talking that Jacob Tucker is in for DeVault. DeVault is done for game 1.
Oh, I see. Okay. So Tucker is in the DeVault spot.
That's right.
Okay. He went to second base, and Coy is now behind the plate. All right, now up to the plate for the Greene County Tech Eagles with Pillow at first base is the DH Chandler Bishop. Here's the first pitch to Chandler, and that's high for ball 1. And let's see, we have a runner out there at first base. That is not Nick Pillow. That looks like
again?
No. Looks like Logan Reddick.
8.
Yeah, that's Logan Reddick. I don't even have to look.
Okay.
He's only 4'2".
4'2".
Oh, I'm kidding. He's short. I kid Logan.
3'11".
I kid Logan all the time. I ask him, I said, when are you going to start growing, man?
Stand up, son. Stand up.
He is a great, great kid. His mom and dad, Lucy and Brian Reddick, go to church with me over at Eastside. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Chandler Bishop. Here comes the next pitch to Bishop. Logan getting him a good lead over the first. Here's the pitch, and it's outside for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike to Bishop. Bishop is 0 for 2 today. He walked in the 6th inning, scored a run. Or that could have been one of those courtesy runners, I don't remember. But anyway, I have him down in the books as scoring a run. Duty throws over to first base, keeping Reddick honest over there.
And I can't see this very well from here, but is that like a Philadelphia Phillies P on the Paragould Rams?
Yeah, it's kind of like that. It sort of. Almost modeled after the Philadelphia Phillies. Chandler swings and fouls that one off down the third base area. Wouldn't you say, John, that was kind of modeled after Philadelphia? Yeah. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Chandler Bishop here in the top of the 7th inning. Greene County Tech leading 7-0 over the home team, Paragould Rams. Duty trying to keep him at bay here and not score any more runs. Here comes the pitch to Bishop. Swing, and he fouls that one down the first base line this time. So the count will remain 2 balls, 2 strikes to Chandler Bishop. So, where'd you go, buddy? You playing a game again over there on your phone?
My wife texted me about a NCAA tournament bracket pool that she won.
Oh.
She actually won the thing. Got more games right than anybody else in the whole pool.
Well, congratulations
to
Melissa.
She's over here bragging about it on the dadgum text while I'm on the air.
Congratulations to Melissa. All right. Bishop fouls that one off. Count again will remain 2 balls, 2 strikes. How much did she win?
It was not a. It's a bragging rights thing. There's no money involved. Just don't,
Well, what's that all about?
I know. Is what I'm
saying.
saying.
See if she's going to take us out to a steak dinner. What the heck?
She picked. It was one of those where you pick the games as it goes.
Oh, okay.
Not where you pick it from the beginning and got to get them all
Here's
right.
the next pitch, and Bishop fouls that one off. So he is hanging in there. That's about 7 or 8 pitches to Chandler Bishop. here late in the game.
You pick the first round, you wait for them all to get played, and then you pick the second round, you wait for all of them to get played, and then you pick you pick it as it goes.
That's a girl's game.
Well, she won. She's a girl.
Oh, me. Chandler Bishop still in the batter's box with a 2-2 count. Here comes the next pitch from Duty. Swing, and he hits that one sharply over toward the first base dugout, and everyone scatters.
Well, they got it. That's why that fence is there.
Thank goodness that Mr. Orland Crell's sitting right behind that fence, because that, what is he, John? 87?
Oh,
he would not have been able to move quick enough. I tell you what, everybody loves Orland. He's their he's their stat keeper. He's their pitching coach. That man's been around the baseball game for about swing and a miss by Chandler Bishop.
And he's keeping a book over there, something. Stats.
He's keeping the stats. Chandler battled right there. But Orland, let me tell you something about Orland. Okay. You don't know this.
Does he know this?
Yeah, oh yeah. Right. I actually have an 8x10 team picture of it in my file of things that are historic in Paragould.
Okay.
The first Little League Baseball team was brought here to Paragould in 1951. Little League Baseball was organized in Paragould in 1951. Guess who coached one of the first teams? Orland Crell. He looks like an 18-year-old kid in that picture. Yeah, I'm sure he was in his 20s. But
well, yeah, but it was definitely a long time ago.
Yeah. He's been around the game of baseball a long time. He knows, he's forgot more than I'll ever know. There's strike one to Tucker Harris. Tucker, last time up, had a stand-up double. He's also had a single. He is 2 for 3 today with 2 runs scored. He's had a good day at the plate. Here comes the next pitch from Duty. And there goes the courtesy runner, Logan Reddick, and he's going to be in there for a stolen base. Tell you what, Mason Coy about took Aaron Duty's head off with that throw down to second.
He had to get down. Get down.
Oh, me. Goodness gracious.
Duck.
So, courtesy runner Logan Reddick at second base. Counts no balls, 2 strikes to Tucker Harris. That's way outside for ball 1, so 1 ball, 2 strikes to Tucker. You know, I always heard the old saying, never trust a man with 2 first names. Well, how about never trust a man with 2 last names? Tucker Harris.
Yeah, he's got 2 last names.
You got to trust Tucker, though. He's a good kid. Here's the next pitch, and that's down in the dirt, and that's going to move Logan Reddick down to third base. And Tucker now has worked the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, you're not going to find him much better than Tucker Harris. His dad running for county judge. His mama, Brandy, used to work for me at the video store years ago.
That was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. It's when she was in high school. Actually, she was working for me. I think she was working for me when her and Tony got married. I don't remember. Here's the next pitch, and it's outside for ball 3. So Tucker has worked this count to full, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
It's before my time here because I moved here in 2002.
Oh, yeah, that's way before your time.
Yeah.
I went out of the video business in 98.
My wife says, I'm just good like that. Apparently she's listening.
She must be. Here's the next pitch from Duty to Tucker Harris. Fastball, and he hits that.
Foul.
Right under Logan Reddick's legs as he had to jump over the baseball.
Yeah, he hopped it.
He was in foul territory. If it had hit him, he wouldn't have been out. Three balls, 2 strikes to Tucker Harris. And there is 2 outs. Here's the next pitch. Curveball, and he hits that right over the shortstop's head, Alex Trepo, for another hit and another run.
Well,
take over.
Next batter up, coming into the batter's box right now, number 13, Seth Deering. He represents what could be the game-ending run because it's 8-0 now, Greene County Tech. man on first base, and Deering at the plate. So if he were to knock one over the fence, the game would be over. 10-0. You get the bat again? Okay, I'm wrong. Don't ever listen to anything I have to say. What are you talking on the phone while we're trying to do a ball game?
Well, I had to take that call. I have coaches calling me wanting to schedule their baseball pictures. And, I wear 3 or 4 hats, Dave. Like you wear a couple. You do karaoke and broadcast and do all my IT stuff.
Yeah.
Magazine, broadcast, take pictures, sell for Wi-Fi. I never sleep.
You're a vampire.
Thank goodness the good Lord gave me a lot of energy. A lot of
zombie.
energy. No balls in 1 strike to Seth Daring. He hits that sharply, a 1-hopper to the second baseman, hits his glove, and rolls out towards second
Almost
base. I want to tell you something. Seth Daring has hit the baseball every time he's made contact today as hard as I've seen anyone hit it today.
He's just smacking a fool out of it. He
Well,
almost hit the ump with that one.
That's another base hit for Seth Daring. And that's going to move Tucker Harris down to second base. Wouldn't you give him a hit on that, John? Sure, man, he hit that thing hard. Second baseman tried to field it to his right on his knee. 1-hopper, hit sharply, but couldn't make the play. Here's the next batter, Matt Lashley, and that's low for ball 1. Runners on first and second for the Eagles. And Duty back up on the mound, getting his signs from Mason Coy, the new catcher for Paragould. Here's the pitch. And that's strike 1 out on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike to Matt Lashley. Matt's had a tough day today at the plate. He's 0 for 3, flied out twice to center field, struck out his last time up. So Matt Lashley's due. Here's the next pitch. And that gets by Mason Coy, and that's going to advance the runners to second and third.
Taking a break in between these games. We're going to have game 2 for you about a half hour, 40 minutes after game 1 completes. We're going to play some music for you in between the ball games.
You have a good selection picked out?
I have all local talent
All right.
lined up to play.
There's a 2-hopper hit to the third baseman. Throws over to first. It's going to be late.
And
Skank
got
didn't
past
come
him
off
anyway.
the bag. And that's going to score 2 more runs. That's going to be a E5.
But that doesn't end the game, though, John?
No. Paragould has to bat. They're the home team, yeah. And plus, that's only 10. Is that 10?
Yep.
You are correct, sir.
So's the scoreboard, which is what I'm looking at to get my information.
I see you. All right, so another 2 runs scored for the Eagles, or 3 runs ascending for the Eagles. And we are back up at the top of the lineup. Andrew Ferguson, the center fielder. Here's Duty's first pitch to him, and it's outside for ball 1. So Lashley's on first on a throwing error from the third baseman. And that scored Tucker Harris and Seth Daring. Now the score is 10-0, Greene County Tech. Here comes the next pitch from Duty. Curveball, and it's low and outside for ball 2. Duty's not much wanting to throw Ferguson a fastball.
He knows what Ferguson will do with it.
That's what he did with it last time.
I know.
Put it out there in the old Kroger parking lot.
I was here. I
saw
that,
okay,
yeah.
Okay. Here's the next pitch to Ferguson, and that caught the outside corner. That curveball did, so that'll be strike 1. 2 balls and a strike to Ferg. They call him Ferg Man.
The Ferg.
The Ferg. Boy, his brother was a awesome baseball player. Played 2 years over.
Talking about Aaron?
Yeah, Aaron. Here's the next pitch to him, to Andrew. Third baseman fields it, throws over to Skank.
And still doesn't get it.
And again, he throws a 1-hopper in front of Skank, and Aaron cannot come up with it.
Well, they're not throwing it to Aaron. They're throwing it past Aaron, to the side of Aaron, over Aaron's head. Aaron doesn't have 10-foot-long arms. You got to throw it to the man.
I agree. Got to cut it loose, get it across that diamond. Aaron has earned his money over at first base today. He's worked. And Zach Hobbs now steps in the batter's box for the Eagles. First pitch outside for ball one.
My wife finally stopped texting me about that dadgum basketball bracket.
Well, you just brought her up again, so she'll probably start bugging you
Yeah,
again.
maybe.
Here comes the next pitch to Zach Hobbs. Curveball. That's in there for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike to Hobbs. You ever watch that movie, The Natural?
Yes, I have. It's been years since I've seen it. My favorite baseball movie, I've already mentioned.
Swing and a miss by Hobbs. Which is your favorite baseball?
Mr. Baseball.
Mr. Baseball.
Mr. Baseball, Tom Selleck.
Not my favorite.
My second favorite one is Major League.
Neither one of them are my favorite.
I like comedic baseball movies.
I figured so. Here comes the next pitch to Hobbs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There goes the runner. Hobbs hits that one out into left field, and that's going to drop in front of the left fielder. And with the runner going, Ferguson's going to stand up at third base.
Scored another run?
No, it didn't. Or did it?
Yes, it did.
Yes, it did.
11-0 Greene County Tech, top of the
Goodness
7th.
gracious alive. So Ferguson ends up at third, and Hobbs is going to have a single. Let me tell you my favorite movies. My favorite movies is Pride of the Yankees. Gary Cooper playing Lou Gehrig.
Okay.
My other, take over for me again, please.
Oh, my goodness.
You can
Okay,
handle.
it's Coach. Okay. Okay, so there is a pitching change. Did they change pitchers, or is it still the same guy? Okay. Well, so he's going to get warm-up tosses. Is that correct? All right, we're going to take a break while the new pitcher gets to warm up, so don't go anywhere. You're listening to Paragould and Greene County Tech Baseball on your PrimetimeSports.com.
All right, we're back now. So
we had a pitching change
yeah.
while you were on the phone.
Grant Eaton has now entered the game for the Paragould Rams, and we have number 7 here batting for
That's Anderson.
Ryan Cup. That's Nathan Anderson. So
he had been serving as a courtesy runner throughout the day.
Right.
Now he's getting a time to bat.
And by the way, this is the 9th batter of this inning.
They have batted around in the top of the 7th.
And let's see, we have Zach Hobbs at first and Andrew Ferguson at third base. Maybe that'll be the last coach that'll call me for a little while for a baseball picture. That was our friend Coach Chris Perkins, the head basketball coach. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, but while we're in between pitches
You're
here,
talking about your favorite baseball movies,
ball,
and then everything broke loose at the same time.
1 ball, 1 strike. Well, Pride of the Yankees, the Monty Stratton story I love. That's Jimmy Stewart, which is one of my favorite actors. That's a great movie. That's a true. Both those are true stories. Swing, and that's foul by Nathan Anderson. You ever heard of Monty Stratton?
I have not.
Monty Stratton was a real good pitcher in the minors, and he was making his way up through the big leagues with the Chicago White Sox. This is back in the 30s, I think. And during the winter, on a hunting accident, he tripped, and his shotgun went off, and he lost his leg.
Oh,
Here's
boy.
the next pitch. And had his leg amputated. And then he had a few years later, he had a artificial leg put on, and he came back and tried to pitch and made the All-Star team. Not in the big leagues, but in the minor leagues. Here's the next pitch, and it's a hit out in the left center or left field, and that's going to score another run. Ferguson's going to cross the plate.
Well, there was a guy in the major leagues that pitched. That was a pitcher that
One
only
arm.
had one hand.
Pete Gray, one arm.
No, I'm talking about Jim Abbott.
Oh, yeah, but before him, the St. Louis Browns had Pete Gray back in 1940s.
Okay, I'm talking about late 80s, early 90s, Jim
Yeah.
Abbott for the Angels.
Yeah, I remember that. He had. Now the batter is Jake Mitchell. I can tell who that is just by he don't have to turn around or show me a number.
See, I do know some baseball stuff.
All Mitchells have the same body.
I cannot believe you just
Well,
said
Jake's
that.
just a big man. All the Mitchells are just big guys, I'm telling you. And he hits that sharply back up the
We're
middle.
just not going to get done with this game today. Here comes another run to score.
And Jake Mitchell has himself an RBI.
Number 10 scores for Greene County Tech. That is Zach Hobbs scoring the run. And coming up to bat, he was just up a little while ago. Nick Pillow back up again in this inning.
Tell you what, I'm
You keeping up with it over there?
losing my... Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah. All right, so...
Well, Pillow is in the batter's box waiting for the first pitch, and it's on the way, and it's a called strike.
So Anderson comes in, gets a base hit off the bench and an RBI, and then Jake Mitchell comes in, and he gets a base hit and an RBI. Nick Pillow stands in the batter's box, no balls, one strike. Here's the next pitch to him, and he hits it sharply past the third baseman.
Right past him, yeah.
And there's another hit for Greene County Tech.
We may
So
see
all of a sudden, Greene County Tech putting on a hitting expedition.
we might end up seeing another pitching change here before too long.
That's going to move Anderson over to third base and Jake Mitchell down to second. So bases jammed again, and now batting Chandler Bishop. Chandler has grounded out to second, grounded back to the pitcher.
Yeah, it's kind of in the dirt there. For
Walked.
ball one.
And struck out his last time up. So
Okay, so you
Chandler
told me
Bishop,
prior to the Yankees.
Proud of the Yankees.
You told me the
Monty Stratton story.
What was your number 3?
Oh, let's see. Here's the next pitch. Let me think a minute. Probably 8 men out. I liked 8 men out.
Is that the
About the 1919 Black Sox.
Yeah, I've seen that one. That's a good one.
It's a good movie.
All my favorite
Here's
ones.
the next pitch to Chandler Bishop. That's a strike on the inside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike to Bishop.
All my favorite baseball movies are funny baseball movies. You got Mr. Baseball. You got Major League. You got The Sandlot. And Bingo's All-Stars.
Swing and a miss by Chandler Bishop.
Remember that one with Billy D. Williams?
Yeah.
That's a good movie, man.
Oh, man. See, you like all that funny.
That's right.
And I have them. Don't get me wrong. I have them. They're in my collection, and yes, they're funny and they're great and everything. But to me, I love the true stories, like the Jackie Robinson story. Here's the next pitch to Chandler Bishop. Outside for 3 balls, 2 strikes.
I picked up that movie on DVD, the Jackie Robinson story. Jackie Robinson plays himself in the movie.
Yes, he does.
And I got it at Walmart from their $1 DVD bin. I got
You
that
did
thing
good.
for
Here's
$1.
the next pitch, and that's ball 4, and that's going to walk in a run. Chandler Bishop walks for the second time today, picks up an RBI.
And we got a football score up there. Tech leading by 2 touchdowns, 14
And
to
that's
nothing.
going to score Nathan Anderson. Jake Mitchell's going to move to third, and Nick Pillow's going to move down to second. And now at the plate is the left fielder, Tucker Harris. I just like anything that's true.
Field of Dreams wouldn't be yours because I don't think there were any ghosts running around out there.
No, but that's a good movie, too. That's a real good movie.
I like the comedic one.
I like it when they all walk out of the corn stalks, and Ty Cobb wants to know, can he play? And they said, no, you can't play.
Because
he was so mean. I hope that foul ball hits some of them little boys over that head. Thank goodness. So,
and the little kid's got it, and he doesn't look like he wants to give it back to anybody.
No, but they're all over there playing football, and I'd hate for that foul ball to come down and hit one of them on the noodle.
They're not going to see it coming.
I know. Scares me. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tucker Harris. Here's the next pitch, curveball, and that's strike 2.
And these bases are loaded, and they have been for a while now.
Yeah, so 1 ball, 2 strikes to Tucker Harris. 14 runs have crossed the plate for Greene County Tech, and there's a check swing foul over toward the on-deck circle on the first base side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Boy, that don't look like 14 dark spots on there, but it is. Well, Greene County Tech has just exploded these last 2 innings. Andrew Ferguson had a 3-run homer in the 6th, and now Greene County Tech has exploded for 7 more runs just this inning. Tucker Harris fouls that off his foot to
you
remain
see that
one.
cut? He's just trying to take that thing. He wants a grand slam.
1 ball, 2 strikes still remains for Tucker Harris.
Well, I mean, look at the scoreboard, 14-0. What has he got to lose to be swinging away out there? I mean, the worst they can do is get out of this inning. He could get a grand slam out of this.
That's true, but I promise you this, that Coach Hunt does not want him up there doing that.
Well,
he wants him to make contact.
Got absolutely nothing to lose.
If you get a hold of it, you get a hold of it.
He's trying
and I
to
believe
get a
that
hold
Coach Faulkner would be the same way if his team was batting. Here's the next pitch to Tucker Harris, and he hits that sharply to the third baseman, who fields it and throws to second base. And he's out for the force out. That went 5-4 for the third out. We are through 6.5 innings with Greene County Tech leading Paragould 14-0. We'll return
right
in 1 minute. Welcome back to yourprimetimesports.com. See what the umpire's saying here.
He's chilling the subs.
Yeah. I'm not writing all that down because that's on the defensive end.
He's talking about the batting team. Paragould's clearing.
Yeah, he's talking about the defense. Okay. That's what I thought. I do see a new pitcher for Greene County Tech, Seth Daring, who's been at first base. No, that's not.
That's not Daring. That's number 15.
That's not Daring. That's Walford. Yeah, that's Bradley Walford coming into the game to relieve. So
Daring he's
still at first base.
Wears the same number in baseball as he does in basketball.
Yes, he does.
So it's real easy for me to spot him.
All right, so is this batting in Skank's spot, John? All right, so we got a new hitter here, Zach Shirley, batting for Aaron Skank, and he takes ball 1.
Something's going on over there on the softball
Yes,
field
it is.
for Greene County Tech. They've done something well, apparently.
Here's the next pitch from Walford, swing and a miss. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Shirley. Yeah, Paragould's batting. Here's the next pitch to Shirley. And that's outside for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Zach Shirley. Number 4, Zach Shirley. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I know one thing. I'm ready to get up and stretch my legs.
Yes.
I've sat on this bar stool long enough.
Well, that's what we're going to do in 3 outs. We're 3 outs away from that.
Here comes the next pitch to Shirley. And that's outside for ball 3, so that will load it up for Zach Shirley. Well, last inning, Paragould I thought, had a golden opportunity with the bases loaded and no outs. There's a ground ball hit to the shortstop, Logan Reddick. Comes up firing across the diamond for out number 1. So that'll go 6-3 to books. And now coming to the plate is number 23, Big Logan Davis.
Now, Logan
he played
basketball for Paragould. I think he played football too, did he not?
No, he didn't play football. He came in off the bench for Paragould. I tell you what, there's strike 1 on the outside corner. Tell you what else he does, though. He plays in the band.
Okay.
Doesn't he, John? What's he play? I don't either.
Well, what good are you?
Here's the next pitch to Davis. Up high for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. I do know this. I think he's won some awards in band, so he's pretty good at whatever he does. Here's the next pitch to Logan Davis, and that's down in the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to Logan Davis. Man, it's just absolutely gorgeous today. Why would you want to be inside for anything?
Well, there's lots of folks here at the ballpark, both parks.
Here's the next pitch, swing and a miss by Davis. Yeah, there are lots of folks on this campus today. I'm not too sure there's not more people over at softball.
There might be.
A lot of people standing in
That's
the
where
stands. Look like they're full. Here's the next pitch, and that hits Logan Davis in the thigh or hip. So he's going to jog down to first base.
As soon as we get 2 more outs, I'm going to be going over there to watch the end of that before we get on to game 2 here.
10-4. Now who's batting? This is number 26, Nathan Burr.
They're just clearing the bench here in the bottom of the 7th.
Tell you what, he's a big young man. He gets hold of it. He may send it over that blue center field fence out there.
Well, yeah, but then you got to ask yourself, if he could do that, why is he not a starter?
Well, I'm not going to ask myself
Well,
that.
I ask myself stuff like that.
Okay, well.
I just hope Brewer's mama don't come looking for me. See, you can say stuff. If you're calling a pro game, you can say stuff about the pro players and they can take it. But in a high school
Here's
game,
the next pitch to Brewer, and it's outside. Or no, he calls that a strike.
High
So
school
one
game,
ball,
somebody's
no balls,
mama might
2
come
strikes.
looking for you.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you something. His mama comes looking for somebody. I'm going to
You
point
just
her
tell
in
him
your
where I'm
direction.
at. I'll take it.
Here's the next. Oh, and that hits
did
Brewer
it hit
on the. Yeah, hit him on the forearm. Come up around his helmet, and he threw his arm up, got him on the forearm. So Nathan's going to take a little jog down to first base as he shakes that off his forearm. And here comes Coach Bruce Hunt to let his pitcher know, listen, you got a 14-0 lead, and you just hit the last 2 batters. How about throwing strikes for me?
Yeah, how about doing? Well, is that all that's going to happen out there on this trip on the
Yeah,
mound, or
he's
is
not
it
going to pull it.
change?
No, he's not going to pull him. He's not going to pull him. He's just going to go out there and cover his hand over his mouth and tell him to throw strikes. Let your defense do the work. Quit trying to be so.
They're 2 outs away from a 14-0 shutout.
Yeah, and that's what he's out there telling him.
Yeah.
And he's hit the last 2 batters. So now we have at the plate Dexter Thompson, the left fielder. So another hit by pitch, and that's going to
And
push
Dexter's a
Davis
basketball player.
over to second. Here's the first pitch to Thompson, and that's strike 1 on the inside corner. Wouldn't be surprised if Wofford throws 3 straight strikes here.
Infield standing ready to try and turn a double play here.
Here's the next pitch, and Thompson hits that sharply
It's down.
in front of the left fielder, and it gets by the left fielder, and that's going to score Paragould's first run.
There goes
And
the
here
shutout.
comes Brewer, and he's going to end up at third base standing. So Dexter Thompson has a double and an RBI, and the first Paragould run today.
Only 13 more to go.
So there goes the shutout. And now Greene County Tech leads 14-1. And now at the plate is Tucker. And he hits that to shortstop, who makes a bad throw over to first base. And Tucker's going to be on. And that's going to score a run. So Tucker's on with an E6. And Thompson's going to move. Or no, he's going to stay at second base.
Yeah,
And
he didn't
Brewer's
budge.
Brewer's going to score. So now we have runners on first and second, and now Tristan Boyd at the plate.
Well, the man fielding the ball, the third baseman, they're trying to look him back to keep him from scoring, and it didn't work out too
and Boyd pops that one straight up. Third baseman calling for it, Nick Pillow, and he throws over to second for a double play.
good. We're done.
What just happened?
The poor base running on the part of the man on second base.
Sure was.
He
Okay.
left second base with that thing all the way up in the air. No reason
Wow.
to leave.
All right, so that'll end the game right there. Score Greene County Tech 14 and Paragould 2. Greene County Tech takes the first one of 2 games, and we'll return probably in
what
around
we're gonna
30
do,
minutes.
We're going to take a 30 to 40 minute break in between the
Well,
games.
don't tell them 40
Well,
because
it takes some
I understand that, but-
variable times
yeah.
to get the field clean or ready to go for the second game. What I want people to know is what they're going to hear in between the games is all local talent.
Okay.
Everybody that's going to be singing for you here is all from Paragould. So enjoy these songs, and we'll be back on yourprimetimesports.com.